Everybody get prepared because we've got somebody to introduce. I don't know, who could it be? Who could we be introducing to come give you some introductions? It's none other than Ludwig!
It's great to see you as always. Hey, great job riling up the crowd earlier. Appreciate that.
No, they're ready. They're ready to go.
Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, today we have the Mogul Chess Boxing Championship, as brought to you by Fansly, with 9 great events happening. The 2 undercards is going to be an invented sport that you are going to witness for the first time, a smash boxing event.
Sounds kind of wild. Sounds wild to me.
They're gonna fight in-game and in real life with their fists, which is fucking crazy. And I don't have to do it, which is the best part. That's the best part of all.
And Ludwig, I do have a very important question.
Yeah.
I don't see anything here.
Jeremy.
Well, I don't. Take.
This table will be where the magic happens, not just for Super Smash Bros.
Look at this.
But for every single chess game today. Yeah, you can punch someone in the fucking face. You can get punched in the face. But today is the mixture of brains and brawn. This is where champions will be made, Jerma. Right here.
You got a TV and everything.
Yeah, from the 90s.
What are they doing here? Smash Brothers?
Yeah, one of these old Super Smash Bros.
One of these old TVs.
Now, before we jump into the actual event, before we get started with our first card, I have to give a big thank you to the production, but also to all of our casters. If you don't know, this is the first ever YouTube live stream that will be multicast in not just English, but also French and Spanish.
Let's go. Let's hear it. Multicast.
So if you're watching at home, you can click in the gear in the bottom right, maybe throw it on your TV for your Spanish-speaking household, and just toggle it. You can hear our beautiful French casters, David and Carl. Give it up for them.
Let's go. There it is.
Or perhaps our Spanish commentators, Carlos and Anna, who will be holding it down. And a big thank you to our English casters, who I'm going to join right now, and we'll kick it over to them. Phil and Slime, take it away.
There it is.
Thank you, Ludwig. Look at him. He's so handsome.
What's up, dude? Slime, you look sharp.
I look
you
like
look so sharp.
I look like Boss Baby, is what people keep telling me.
I don't know,
so that's
man.
kind of cool.
I'm embarrassed.
Welcome, Ludwig. This is Phil. If nobody is,
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Oh, hey, Phil. How's it going?
Hey, pleasure.
Hey,
pleasure.
Ludwig.
Nice to meet you. First time.
I react to TikToks usually.
Yeah.
Oh, TikTok. That's fun. Hi, Slime. Nice
You
to meet
look like a ring announcer the way you are bald and wearing a tuxedo.
I feel like maybe I should have been.
Well,
Get Germa down here.
Come on. This is his job.
You got, but hey,
I couldn't find
he
one.
couldn't help me with the bow tie.
Yeah.
He's actually kind of
His bow tie's a clip-on. We won't tell that, though. Gentlemen, today we have 2 cards that you guys are going to be commentating. It's our Smash cards. Again, this is a real invented sport, Smash Boxing, where the odd number rounds, it's 7 total rounds, will be Super Smash Bros., and the even number rounds will be boxing. And the boxing rounds will be 90 seconds each. Does that make sense?
It does.
good to me.
It
Ask me a
makes
question. Are you
sense to
confused? Ask
No,
me a
I
question.
got it.
I'll
I'm
clarify.
tapped in. I got it.
Tapped in?
I'm still impressed over the. You dropped the TV?
There was a sky table, bro.
I saw it this morning. I'm still just as impressed.
Can I tell you? I made that name up, Sky Table. Anyway, we'll move on to our first card of the day. Jerma, please, take it away.
By the way, it was scary when that came down.
Yeah, it can kill a man.
Yeah, make
It
sure
can hurt
you're in
some-
the sides. We don't.
Yeah, I'll be over here. Are you guys ready for the first card? Okay. Why don't we get started? The first card. Is that one full? We're going to play a video very quickly.
My name is Toussaint. My gamer tag is Toussaint, and I'm the 42nd best melee player in the world.
Hi, my name is Tetsuhi, and my gamer tag is Spud. I'm a math player from New Zealand, currently residing in Australia. Previously, before COVID, I was ranked top 40 in the world.
What do you feel more confident in the Smash or in the boxing?
Easily Smash.
So would you say you're happy with your opponent?
Very, for
Why?
sure. He's never taken a game off me in Smash, so
How many times have you played?
only twice, but that's enough.
Now, you've played against Toussaint in Smash before.
I have, yes.
Does that weigh on you? Do you think about that?
A little bit. I think about how much less execution his character requires, so playing in the raps would probably be.
Oh,
At the same time, Toussaint's beaten me every time we played in tournament, so I'm thinking of that as well.
Give me a prediction for the result
that's
of the fight. Do you
dirty.
think you're going to win through the Smash games? Do you think you're going to knock him out? Will it be a draw? Will he win?
I personally would like to win through the Smash games because I don't want to hurt him.
I think it's going to be settled in Smash and not the boxing.
So one of you are going to win either in Smash. No one's knocking the other one out.
I don't think anyone's going to knock each other out.
It is time for our first match of the night. Let's get ready for the Fansly Walkout, Jerma.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for our first card? In the red corner, at 6'2", weighing in at 168 pounds, he is the Crown Saint.
God. Good Lord.
Now this is Toussaint, just looking phenomenal right now.
That's good. He was talking spicy.
He's coming in at 6'2", 77-inch reach, 168 pounds. Obviously, that's the Jigglypuff player. We know that
Yes,
to be an
sir.
easier execution than others.
I mean, you got more time to train. That's all there is to it.
Factual.
A lot of people have him as the favorite. People I've talked to, everyone's like, oh, Two's going to win.
Yeah. Who's his opponent, though?
Here he comes from a country that
And
isn't
in the blue
Australia.
corner.
Yeah, New Zealand, actually.
At
New
6'1",
Zealand.
We get that one right.
Yeah, we're going to get that one
weighing in
right.
at 157 pounds, we have Spud.
Doesn't hit as hard when it's one syllable.
Yeah, it's, you know. I mean, look. He can't, look, the smoke came out.
All right. Not as hyped. Not
Hey,
as hyped.
he's a little more humble. This is New Zealand's finest, coming in at 157, 6'1", 72-inch reach. A little bit of a smaller guy than Toussaint. Also, a little bit of a tougher execution. Embarrassing to say this about a Marth player. Here we have our stats on screen right now.
You know, I will say it's Spud and Rise Darby, the two darlings of New Zealand. See,
Now,
New Zealand. New Zealand.
New Zealanders, different than Australia.
yeah, which you keep getting
I
wrong.
discovered today they're different countries.
Well,
Sly.
it's like saying, hey, you're from Canada. You're from
Remember when you said, who's Messi? Yeah, I do.
Oh, no, you
Anyway.
didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I
did.
did.
No, you didn't.
No, that's a lie.
I don't watch that.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
Now,
Don't look at me.
QR code here?
you got a QR code?
There's a QR code.
Oh,
you
it's a
can
QR
scan
code.
and
Oh,
it's
we got
on
a
the
Green
screen
light.
QR
right now.
code. Hey, to everybody in the arena
If you're here.
only, congratulations. You get to make the prediction. Who do you think will win? QR code with your phones right now. Vote. Do you think it'll be Toussaint, the larger man with the Jigglypuff character, or Spud, the Marth-wielding New Zealander?
Use
You
your
can go ahead.
phone right now. Scan that QR code.
And this is the situation here. So they're going to start with a game of Melee. There's going to be up to 4 games of Melee, barring a knockout, and it's first to 3 wins.
We have the stretcher if they do get knocked out, right there.
We got
Yeah, we do
stretcher's
have a
right
stretcher.
there.
Now,
Just in
Phil
case
is
one gets that-
extremely confident that we will not
one-
need the stretcher
I
the whole
saw,
night.
I saw that. I was like, dude, you're not going to do anything all night. Just chill.
You told him?
I
You told him?
It's on his phone. I was like, don't worry. It's good
Phil
for you.
gave him a shot.
Yeah.
You're not going to need to drive today.
Yeah.
But for those that don't know, Phil actually has boxing
A
experience.
little bit. I spent some time in the gym, so I will be your amateurish boxing expert.
You're the eyes that can see the sweet science that we're unable to. Ludwig can see all the puff action, and I provide color commentary.
I will be providing all the nice jabs.
I love that.
Nice
And I'll provide nice back airs.
Yep.
And then what are you doing?
I just bring a winning attitude.
I love that.
And the su- and
An A1 personality.
So that's for you.
So game 1 is going to be Super Smash Bros. After that, it's going to go to a round of boxing, switch back to Smash, round of boxing, switch back to Smash. Unless it's a 3-0,
Okay.
it'll go to another round of boxing, and then the final game is Smash.
Now, a lot of you might be wondering, why the old one? Why the old game? Isn't there a newer game?
Fair question.
If we could, for one moment, just tell everyone the history.
My
This is
friend
what-
Dr. Allen says the new one's better.
he does say that.
He does say
He's
that.
a doctor,
He's
so
got a PhD.
so is Dr. Pepper. So
Pretty
who
huge
knows?
dick.
But Oh, this is just practice, by the way, everyone.
warming up.
So just don't fret.
They're better than what is being displayed. Now, some context on these players. I believe Toussaint is the 42nd.
Yes, yeah.
42nd
They said so
best
in
player
the
in the
intro.
world. 42nd best player in the world. Spud does not currently have a ranking because he took an extended break from the video game to live life. But now I think he's at a top 40 level. I think it's pretty safe.
Yeah,
to say.
He showed out at your tournament too.
Yeah.
he showed out. At your
He
tournament.
showed up.
Played good. Played good.
Spud is, I think, technically ranked top C word in Australia. So
Okay, we don't
That's
want
what
to
they
get
say. That's
Don't
what they
get
keep
us
saying. to me.
demonetized.
There's
the
nothing to
first fight.
demonetize.
I know what
That's
you're
what they
alluding
called it.
I know what
Tuesday
you're
would be
alluding to.
considered, I think, the second best puff in the world, right?
We're still in practice.
Still in
here.
practice mode. When we see 4 stock icons
This is
instead
very
of 99.
Smash-like activity. Don't be surprised. We're warming up.
So, yeah, real quick, the context here is this is one of the greatest games ever made. It's an incredibly deep fighting game that we are addicted to.
Yep.
And for me and Ludwig specifically, it's how we met.
This is what started me as a creator, and that's why I always like to give back to the Smash scene, because I would not have thousands of people in an arena and hundreds of thousands watching online if I didn't play this game way too much.
Hey, we appreciate you.
Hey.
we really. Hey, we appreciate
Y'all got nothing left these days.
Phil also in the trenches of 2008, you know what I mean?
Back
Old.
when you had to go to a brawl tournament to play Melee.
Yeah.
All right, we're at our first game here, so let's just talk about the raw stats of it. They each have 4 lives. Okay, they're not killing each other because they're resetting, but they're each gonna have 4 total lives. The first one to deplete their opponent's lives win.
Pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward thing. They're gonna hit each other in the face, much like they will do in real life, and whoever gets rid of the lives fastest and first wins.
Let me break down the reality of this match.
Sure.
Okay? Toussaint plays Puff.
Okay.
I love Toussaint. But let me tell you that Puff takes a couple less buttons to press. Okay, there's the disrespect going on in the
But
community.
Marth has the sword. I don't know.
Marth does have the sword.
Marth
So
has
what
the
does this
sword.
mean? We can see right now.
Well,
The-
right now,
What is your
Spud just wants to
implication?
take one game, right? He's never
Yeah.
taken the game.
So it's like they will guaranteed, barring a TKO or knockout, play 3 games of Smash. Guaranteed, right?
Yes.
And so this is the first of those 3 games. It'll give us a bit of a picture. Now this is also them playing at their best because the next game their heart rate will be higher. They will have been punched in the face.
Yeah, I agree.
So if we're looking for good skill level, this is going to be
We've
the
never
game.
seen physically fatigued Melee before.
Right.
I'm actually tired.
Yeah, actually, and also
Actually tired. Not that I didn't get enough sleep in the hotel tired. But
the
actually
only time
tired.
I've ever seen someone get punched in the face and then play Melee was at Mango's Christmas party,
Yeah, I was
where he was beating the shit out of Johnny.
He beat the shit out of actually everyone at that
Yeah,
point.
it was
He-
on site.
No one was spared. Bud takes the first stock with a floaty killer. That's the side B into the up tilt. You saw it happen to the
Do you
Puff.
think the hand wraps impact Puff more than you think? Maybe, maybe we didn't
Yeah,
expect it.
it's actually a really good point to bring up. So all of the competitors today, whether it's chess or Smash, will keep their hand wraps on. That's what you put under your gloves to make sure they're firmly on there, they don't fall off. It's a lot harder to play Smash with wraps than it is to play chess.
True,
And it's a lot
true,
harder
true.
to play certain characters with wraps because Jigglypuff requires a lot less motion, a lot less movement, a lot less buttons.
And that's why a lot of people have two Saint winning this, right? Or
Yeah.
even more favored than before.
But if we're looking at the tail of the tape right now, it's Spud up with a full stock lead, and he already has Jigglypuff at 82%, just about kill percent, with a good side B into up tilt.
Up
Yeah.
tilt, forward smash, we'll get it done. We see the tipper.
This is looking great, actually, for Spud. Just clawing on to that.
Ooh, there he
102%.
goes. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're a professional Puff player, Ludwig. You've
Yeah.
taken a couple sets off of Zane, the best Marth player in the world.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
There we go.
There we
Toussaint
go.
on the board. And
Popping off.
Yep.
what did Toussaint look for in this matchup?
I mean, I think the biggest adaptation over the past 3 years.
Ooh, we talked about that forward B up tilt.
Yep.
That would be the
Yep.
big for Spud.
The biggest thing is that when Jigglypuff lies down on the floor, Marth is unable to grab her. It's an all-powerful move. She lies down and does nothing and wins. So I think with the peak nerves, Marth might. Ooh.
Okay.
Marth has an opportunity to run up for a grab because the amount of damage Marth can get off a grab and kills is very good, but maybe the Puff will be crouching and be able to kill off of that. So that's
tell Spud the video beforehand because Spud is cooking.
Yeah, Spud is cooking up. Oh, a pivot F smash.
And I hope you worked on your boxing.
yeah.
I hope you worked on your
Actually.
boxing. I don't know about the melee.
And so, just to clarify, Marth's sword hits a bit harder at the tip of it. That's why that killed at such a low percentage. He didn't have to work as hard for that life.
Big grab here. And Tuesday just has to do a lot of work. You got to get some back throws off stage. You can do a back air wall, things like that. But Spud's not really falling for it. There's one.
Okay, looking for the edge guard opportunity.
Nice.
Woo! Get him on stage.
That's easy.
Yep.
You see a guy off the stage, you hit them again. That's the strategy for Jigglypuff. It's worked for 12 years. With Hungrybox, it'll work with Toussaint here.
Yeah, it's worked for longer than that, too, with Fire Puff. Oh, my God, almost in there rest, but doesn't go for it because you can't.
Can't rest.
Yeah,
Can't rest.
slime popping off because you can hit the down B and they explode, but you sleep for 4 seconds, which is a little bit too long for anyone to sleep here.
Gonna have to win this one straight up.
Yeah,
If Toussaint claws this back to a one-stock game, then rest is on the table again.
right.
Ooh, looking like that might happen. There's another 4B coming.
Okay, bit dicey. 130% is pretty tough. Again,
Everything's gonna. That might do it. Okay, one more of those.
any tilts will kill. Any side B will lead into a move. That red move is there.
The Ludwig! We call that the Ludwig in our household.
Yeah, empty hop, land, up smash. It works sometimes, just not with one of the top 20 players in the world.
Okay.
Still alive. This is just crazy percentage. And again,
Get it.
wow.
First game taken by Spud against Toussaint.
And he popped off right there. That, by the way, was a good awareness to side B and then up air rather than up tilt because it sent him a little too high.
Nice.
And here's where we enter the first boxing match of the night.
Oh, guys, ready? Come on.
We're about
I
to
know
see
you
some
can't see.
contact.
I want to see some contact. You know what I'm saying? Enough talking on Twitter. I need to see the fist.
This is so beautiful because for so long the Smash community has gotten away with talking shit online.
Oh my God, you're right.
Let's never talk about
We were
Leffen.
talking earlier about how Leffen has never been in a fight. He told that to Phil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Never been in a fight.
I mean, hey, look, to be clear, you could have seen him and called that, but yeah.
Just saying.
The facts are he also has been in a fight. And this is the first time that Smashers might talk shit online and they'll have to back it up. Shirts are coming off.
Shirts are coming. Okay.
Yeah, Tui.
Listen, Toussaint got the
And
better
Toussaint-
short spree.
Yeah,
100%.
Look at those Lakers colors.
Let's get a little bit of hype in the crowd for our first boxing match of the night.
Oh.
Now, this is the second of 7 total rounds. Again, the odd number rounds will be Smash. The even number rounds will be boxing. Every boxing round will be 90 seconds, a minute break in between each round, and we'll see. I mean, hey, there could be a TKO.
There is a stretcher, right? Right? Is it over there still?
Stretch your
right
guy,
there.
Yeah,
stretch your
yeah.
guy hand up.
Right
Stretch your guy hand up. Yeah, we see him. We see him.
They see it.
Hey, get off your phone, all right? Temple Run can wait.
So the way it works, there's a few ways to win. You can either win by TKO or knockout. That's one way.
Okay.
You can win by winning 3 games of Smash. Or if they tie 2 games in Smash, it'll go by decision. We have 3 referees on site who will, take score of strikes
they're
hit.
over there, those referees.
We can get a little wave from our referees. Let's get some love for our referees
Shout out
here.
to the referees.
So you guys can see the win
Yeah,
conditions
yeah.
on screen right now.
What's that Josh man in the crowd? Okay, what's up, Josh man?
Yeah,
Josh, man?
Josh,
Yeah,
man.
he's in the
Spud's
ring.
corner, man.
He's in the ring. The Australian helping out the New Zealander.
Yep.
But again,
Two different places,
different
despite what
countries.
Americans believe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
found this out. I found this
yeah,
out.
yeah, isn't that crazy?
I've played a lot of Geoguessr.
There's
I
an
didn't know.
ocean between them.
Yeah. Oh,
that's cool.
I thought it was like a
Well,
lake.
it's like a big part of the ocean.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Toussaint looking fierce. They have the
Toussaint
mouth
looking
guards
good,
in.
too.
All right, we are just about ready, putting the last glove on. And again, let's go over the stats one more time. This is Toussaint coming in, 24 years of age, 6'2", 168 pounds with a 77 reach.
That's a big thing too, right? 5-inch reach advantage for.
Talk to me about that. Why does it matter?
In boxing, just having that reach is just like having the just be able to space and kind of just for your jab.
Right.
It's just height and reach are definitely 2
He's the
things.
sword character IRL.
Yeah.
How much, sorry, Phil, of a reach it is sort of where it starts to really matter, right, in inches? If
Where
you're
it
like
starts to
4
matter. I
inches
think
on
5 is a lot.
5 is a lot? Sure.
I think 5 is.
I'll tell you what, firsthand, 5 inches I think is a lot too. So, what about the weight? This is a 9-pound difference. It's probably, I think, the single largest differential in weight of all the fights we have.
These are 2 big advantages.
Does that matter?
Yeah, I think so. I think the reach is more so. Yeah.
Now, we are going in with an advantage to Spud because he did win the game of Smash, but, they're going to play a lot different after getting
Okay.
punched.
This is a small ring too. You want them to fight.
Yeah.
This is a small.
Oh, yeah, we made it small. We made it small.
This is a.
We got hazards on, too. The Fansly thing drops down if they don't
Yeah,
interact
yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Randall is also here.
Yeah.
The guy holding a platform.
All right, looks like the referee's chatting with them, touching gloves,
Okay, here we go.
and it looks like the fight is about to begin.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 2, first round of boxing,
All right,
Tuesday
here we
versus
go.
Spud.
We got 2.
Bell's live, we're in. We're
Oh,
Live.
All right. All right.
Getting in there.
We need the stretcher. I was wrong. We need the stretcher. Oh. Well, it's a standing knockdown.
So what's this? This is an early count by the referee
Yeah.
because he wasn't able to defend himself
Yeah,
enough.
exactly.
If the ref counts to 10, the fight is over. They've touched gloves. and an immediate out the gate.
All right. Oh, moving
But
ahead.
with a lot of heart.
Talk about Toussaint. What's his strategy?
Another. Oh, he's not fighting back. He's got to.
Phil, talk to me about this.
He's
Phil.
not fighting back. He's got to throw some punches. Has he thrown a punch yet?
It doesn't look like it. He's been straight defense mode. Toussaint is barreling down,
You know,
fixing
fixed
headgear.
headgear. Oh, yeah, that does happen. You get punched in your head. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the way that works for the equipment is every fighter requires, of course, a mouth guard, gloves, wraps. As far as headgear, a girdle, a cup, that was all based off the competitor's will, what they wanted to do.
And I'm glad they got the headgear.
Yeah,
you
and
should have the headgear.
whoever wanted the safer option, that's what we went with.
Yeah.
So they would,
I'll
both,
also
they would
say
both have to agree.
Point Crow desperately begged for a cup.
Yeah, he was like,
It was weird.
yeah, he was like, it's really important.
Yeah,
I was like, no, it's not.
I was like, hey, it'll be all right. But yeah, so don't worry, Eric.
No,
You'll be
Spud's
okay.
got to throw some punches. You got to throw back.
Yeah.
And I respect the ref with caution. You got to take care. But no, you got to throw punches back.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a made-up sport. But we are taking the boxing seriously.
Yes,
if it looks like
100%.
one of the competitors is just going to get just get destroyed in the ring, we're not going to have that. It's not okay. We're going to try to make it a safe and fair fight. So hopefully this headgear adjustment, we'll see some better energy out of Spud. But early on, it looked like Toussaint has a big advantage.
Just
in the
more
boxing.
active, just more ready to get into the action. I think that really matters at this level.
And so
Not
then-
afraid of the contact.
Here's the new strategy. It's survive in the boxing so you can win in the melee.
Yeah, the Homer
And
Simpson.
you think that was
Wait,
Spud's
wait,
initial
wait,
idea?
wait,
Was
what
just
is-
to
why
get
is
through
it-
the boxing?
Why is it the Homer
The
Simpson?
Homer Simpson. There's an episode where he found out he had a really thick skull, so he became a boxer.
You're just dating that you're 30.
I'm not.
Minute on the clock, by the way, left for the boxers, and we're just going to start that again when the headgear's adjusted. Just getting
Okay.
that sorted right now.
All right.
But early
Well,
fire.
I hope Josh Mantel's going to throw some punches.
Yeah.
He tells him, right?
Josh Man's in the corner.
Josh
All right,
Manson,
cool.
get involved, Spot.
All right.
Fight,
Here
hurry,
fourth
go.
matters.
Spud with some early
All right.
grabs, trying to space him
Not
out.
really. Okay.
Just trying to feel out the space.
Ooh, these wide shots by Toussaint. He's throwing wide right hands.
You know,
okay,
maybe-
just jab down the middle. We love it.
Spud on his back foot constantly.
It goes down one
His
time.
foot goes down. Down goes Frazier. Toussaint said it's nothing.
Caught off guard by that jab, and this is the third standing count by the
he-
referee.
Ask
How
me
many
if
do you
he-
get? How many do you
I
get?
don't know. What's the rules that you have for this? Because it can be up to 3, or it can be unlimited. It depends on the rule you set.
It's 3 and 1.
Three and
We
one.
running around. It's about to happen. If Spud doesn't throw some punches.
Spud is throwing
Toussaint's
punches,
about to
though.
get him out of here.
One more standing count, and it might
he's
be
getting
Kurt.
caught.
Oh
He's
my
getting
God.
caught.
This is
Lee
so
with it.
intimidating right now.
Oh.
20 seconds of the clock.
oh.
Spud just has to
That's
drive
about
to
to
make
get
it.
stopped.
18,
He's about to-
17. Standing count.
One more and it's over, right?
Yeah, I believe they didn't count the first 2 because of the issue with the headgear.
Or at least the second one, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
second
that's
one.
correct.
So,
So-
we're at 2. Are we at 2 right now?
Wait,
Just another
is this
day
it?
at the office.
he's waving off. They're calling it. Hold up, referee's doing something.
I think it's over.
Wait, is he?
It's
is
over.
that- Oh wow!
I think it's it.
It's a first round TKO. TKO.
Oh my God.
There it is. In favor of Toussaint, the ref had to call it.
And that's a safety thing, right? It's
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
still
yeah.
literally hitting other human beings with your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, hey, I don't mind that we're moving fast today. We have a long show today. Let's get the belt out there. Germa, take it away. We're gonna toss it to Germa, who's gonna call this fight here.
Whoa, that was
Wow.
Yeah.
Man,
That was something that was remarkable.
Toussaint getting it done. New York in the building.
Wow, that was something.
New York in the building. New York
We
in
got
the
a belt here
building.
for you and everything. You wanna step over here.
Hit on any block.
Step
It
over
don't
here
matter.
to the camera. Take over here. Toussaint, take your belt. Can we get a declare him the winner?
Let's go.
Very,
Honestly,
very impressive. Toussaint, if I can get you for one moment over here, Toussaint. That was a very, very impressive first round. From
Can I get some
smash
waters backstage here?
right into the boxing. What was going through your head during the smash portion, at least?
My left hand felt like I couldn't move it at all. Yeah, so like my aerial drift was really bad, but his sharking was amazing, so he capitalized really well.
I mean, your boxing was incredibly impressive. Both of you should be very proud of yourselves. Fantastic performance by Toussaint. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the first round, first card, Toussaint.
Now let's take a look here. We're watching the
Excellent
replays
work.
again.
Excellent work.
Were they brought to you by someone?
And this is the
So now
Star
I think we're
Force
going to be moving
replays.
on now.
Thanks, Schlatt.
You gotta put the belt on. Oh, put it on.
He's throwing it on. They're getting crazy over there. And now, look,
He dropped him. He dropped him. That I did not expect. I didn't expect the drop.
watching the replays, I think it's a pretty good call by the referee to cut that fight. It did seem to be a big advantage. Now, a bit of additional information. Spud was originally meant to go with against his ringmate, against Josh Mann. Now, Josh Mann broke his arm about 4 weeks before the event. Toussaint was a last-second fill. He had less time to train, but he just had a little bit more fitness on him. He had a little bit of extra weight, that 9 pounds, that 5 inches of reach, that mattered. Now, going into today, I had one goal: variety.
Okay.
I want to see someone win by checkmate. I want to see someone win by TKO. I want to see someone win by smash. I want to see someone win by knockout. And so, if we're gonna have our first fight be the TKO, doesn't mind. Don't mind getting the show rolling. You know what I mean?
Let's get the party started.
It's fine. Also, if you wanna end a fight by knockout, you get Atrioc up there and you get me up.
Atrioc right over there. Is he here? Atrioc's right over there.
Oh, I saw it.
Atrioc's right over there.
I saw it.
He's right over there.
Hey,
Talking.
I can make
Bring him
this
into
happen.
the ring.
I can
Atrioc.
make this happen. And so we have our next fight coming up. It's going to be between Fiction and Kalindi. These guys are dead even in height, weight, reach, smash skill. Let's take a video. This is the story of our next two fighters, our second card. Take it away.
Okay, I'm Shepard. I'm a pro Melee player and a game developer. Done a lot of stuff and I'm ready to win at something new.
Kalinde Henderson, professional Melee player. Kind of here just to box one of my best friends, not really to play Melee.
Why did I sign up for it? I mean, I'm always looking for opportunities to find new ways to compete and grow and stuff like that.
Like, me and Fiction have kind of wanted to fight each other for a while, like respectfully, just because we piss each other off so much in Melee.
I'd say, I mean, obviously I feel more comfortable with the Smash part because I've done that for like a decade plus, but the boxing is the part I'm like more into and more prepared for, so.
I'd say I'm more prepared for the boxing part. It's just been my focus for the last 3 months, not really the Melee part, because I mean, I know how to play Melee, and we're also playing with hand wraps, so it's a little weird. I didn't want to put too much thought onto that, grinding that and not the boxing. I think it's more important to grind the boxing, so.
Am I happy, like, with who I'm fighting?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. No, I wanted to fight Kalindi for years. Every time we play friendlies, I mean, that's the whole thing. Every time we used to play friendlies, we would just say, like, oh, I can't wait to fight you. We went on a vacation together once with a couple friends, and he actually bought, like, sock'em boppers.
I don't know. We got there, and nature was so cool that we were, like, too friendly to fight each other, but now we're back to wanting to fight.
Biggest fear. I think my biggest fear would be that the boxing is going really well, and then the round ends before I can do anything good. You get in there, and then, like, I don't know, you slip or you look really stupid. That would suck. So I think we're just trying to go in there, and I just want to, like, show off that I've been training, show off some decent boxing for my level.
Are you concerned at all that this will fracture your friendship with Fiction?
No, not at all. Me and him are 100% doing, like, a rematch. I'll just fly to LA, no smash, with this box.
Do you have any words for your opponent?
Any words? Good luck.
All right.
He's gonna need it.
Good luck. Don't be nice. That's about it.
And there it is. Let's do our Fansly walkout. Take it away, Jerma.
Are you guys ready for the second Smash Boxing? In the red corner,
This is just so cool.
weighing in at 168 pounds, at 5'10", we have 69% Fiction.
There's Fiction walking out. These guys have been wanting to fight each other for over a year now. You can see the stats.
You see the chain?
Yeah.
You see the chain?
Oh my God. He's looking fucking fierce today, boys.
He's looking fierce. Huge. His muscles. Also, if you know anything about Fiction, he is a grinder. Literally, he eats, sleeps, and breathes the thing that he's into, and it happens to be boxing.
He just been grinding, getting hit in the stomach from his tweets.
And in the blue corner, at 168.8 pounds, at 6 feet even, Kalindi.
Now, I don't think there's a better opponent for Fiction than Kalindi. Pure coincidence that I asked both of them. They both privately told me they've been wanting to fight each other for years now. They're great friends, but they have an animosity from the game of Super Smash Bros. They're the same exact weight, by the way.
That is
Both 168 pounds. Such a Kalindi walkout. He just walks straight out.
Yeah,
Nothing.
it's just
no,
so
nothing.
I go A to B.
He is
It's
so, right?
so
I love KJ.
focused.
Just walk straight out.
He's
There we
such a
go.
sweetie, too. I can't imagine him even hitting somebody. It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
crazy.
Now, if you're in the crowd again, let's whip out those phones and let's do a prediction. Who do you think will win? Is it Fiction? Can I hear some noise?
SoCal. He local. SoCal.
SoCal, baby.
Or is it Kalindi? A little bit more
Your
noise for
vote
Kalindi
in
there.
right now.
Now, let's talk about the stats real quick. We have Fiction at 5'10", Kalindi at 6 feet, a 1-inch additional reach for Kalindi. Does that matter?
That won't matter that much. Nah.
It's like an inch.
Yeah, it won't matter.
It's an inch doesn't, you know,
Yeah,
you don't,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
even
yeah,
feel an inch.
yeah, yeah.
And then the weight, it's 168 pounds each.
So we're good. We're looking pretty good. We're looking even.
I've been talking about all the cards. I think this is the biggest 50-50 you could find.
Yes.
Okay.
I think in terms of smash skill and also boxing skill.
Yeah, it's
clothes,
magical.
Same age, almost the same weight, height, all that good stuff. But let's talk about the smash skill. How is that even? Like, what is Fiction play? Fiction's going to whip out his Falco here today. The Bluebird.
I would give Fiction a slight edge.
Really?
In the melee. Yeah, I give Fiction a slight edge in the melee, and I would give Kalindi an edge in the boxing just because KJ, excuse me, because I think he started boxing earlier. I feel like he was doing it before, even in core team, and he took that little break. So I'm going to give it to KJ.
Yeah,
for the
well,
boxing.
an interesting thing about this one compared to the last match, one, they both play the space animals. That's Fox and
Hand wrap,
Falco.
space animals, hand wrap.
Hand wrap. So this character takes a lot of APM, a lot of buttons to press to play precisely. That's why
What's
it's
APM?
fun.
What is APM?
Actions per minute.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I don't
Yeah, no.
This dude
no,
never
no,
sees
no.
StarCraft in his life.
Sorry, you're way cooler than me. I like Boss Baby. And so part of that is playing really fast and accurately, which is why the game is really hard and difficult and beautiful, but you have hand reps on. So it's going to look different. It's going to look sloppy. They are way more into the boxing than they are the melee, but still, their pride is on the line.
You know how dedicated these guys are? They already did hand wrap step, I'm pretty sure, on their own, just on their own time.
They did a best
Hand
of
wrap
they
practice.
did two games yesterday in hand wraps. It went 1-1.
Oh my god.
So they are very even. Now it's going to be a lot different after you get punched
You
in
got
the
to
face.
perform in front of the lights now, Ludwig.
The
Get to
lights are
stage.
on.
You see the crowd?
Yeah,
it's time
hey.
to,
It's different. It's different.
It's different than that little hotel room there. You said a little hotel room.
The tiniest hotel room known to man? Yeah, I saw it.
And as far as the matchup goes, it's going to be the Bluebird Falco against the Fox, and it's going to be fast.
It's going to be fast.
We saw Puff Marth last. That guy, that little Puff flies around. These are two space animals. They're heavy, they're fast, they fall quick. So they're going to do some hand warmers here. Feel comfortable in the hand wraps. And this is going to be our final Smash Boxing event of the night.
Yeah, that's right. You know what's also kind of fun is that Fiction, for most of his Smash career, played Fox, has switched to Falco. Now he's really into it. KJH, most of his Smash career, played Falco, now has switched to Fox. No, I got it wrong. No, I got it right.
You got it right. No, you got
it right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are a great attack into the narrative.
I did it.
Get there.
I did it.
Yeah,
Give me that narrative there.
But it's just so cool. I'm so excited. This is the coin flip of the night for me. Oh man.
This is a, you know.
Now, I think this is the fight that'll go the distance. Obviously, our last Smash card, the Smash, we had a leader in Spud, and that got quickly wiped away. Yeah, go ahead.
No, just, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I know, it just got wiped away when you get TKO'd, when the ref calls it. It doesn't matter that you have even if you have a 2-game lead, if you lose in the boxing, it's over. I don't think this will be decided by knockout.
Yeah. Also, you know, not to disparage Spud or anything. You train, you come, you show up, you play in front of a bunch of people, you fight another human being in front of people.
Yeah.
That is not easy.
Hey, I'm down. Hey, how about a little bit of love in the crowd for Spud, who put on a great fight?
Let's go New Zealand.
And by the way, that was also, I believe, what's the most viewed game of Melee ever?
The most viewed game?
Yeah, what's the most viewed? It's Evo
Live? It's probably an Evo 250,000.
Because we are at a 250,000 viewers live
Are
right now.
you kidding me?
Yes.
Let's go!
Not only the most viewers I've ever had, this is also the most, or one of the most viewed Super Smash Bros. Games ever. And I hope
I'm wearing this fucking bow tie?
Yeah, you look like, and you have that fucking head on.
Oh my God! Oh, I'm proud. This is great. Hey, you know, spread the love. Tell your friends. Get those numbers up. I'm trying to break some records here.
And look, there's absolutely no better time to get into the game of Smash. Obviously, a lot of drama happened with that game over the past couple weeks. And it's
Thanks
really
for bailing us out. Thanks for
it's really, hey, you know, I got you.
Never forget.
Hey, buy the merch online so I don't lose too much money. You know what I mean? Hey, come on. All right, we are ready to go. We are about to jump into our first match. Kalindi, he's going to be rocking the the Fox. Fiction's going to be rocking the Falco. And let's jump into game 1 of our final Smash card.
Let's go. You know, yeah, a lot of people, you might know Street Fighter or something like that. This is like Ryu and Ken.
Can I hear the
That's
predictions? What were the
often been made as a comparison.
Yeah.
This is the classic matchup for people like me who are impatient and bad at the game. They just want to see fast lights, fast moves. You'll see a lot the down B, the reflector move. If you're a casual fan, you might think, oh, that sends items back. It actually hits the other opponent, comes out really quick, and you'll see that a lot. So.
It's a combo starter, you know?
They get Mango, if he's in the crowd, calls it the boner shine.
Oh. Yeah.
I just found out the merch sold out, so I'm sorry about
No way.
that. My bad. I
Are
lied.
you kidding me?
All
you were hemming and hawing that it wouldn't sell. You were afraid.
I
You were
lie.
shivering.
I lie a
Wait,
lot.
What happened? I missed it.
I sold out the merch. I told them to buy it. It's
sold
not
out the-
possible.
No, it's good merch.
Oh, predictions on the screen here. It's a 50-50.
That's what I love to see. It's a
Just like
50-50.
Just like Fox Falco. Everything between these guys is even.
Jesus.
Oh my God, this is the most excited I've ever been in my life.
All right. Well, hey, online, spam who you think will win.
We
Good to
good?
go.
Are we good? Yeah, get in
Gentlemen,
there.
let's
Yeah,
run it.
start.
They look for me thumbs up. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, Tio, can we go?
Okay, here we go.
We're starting on Dreamland.
No pressure, no pressure. It's just the most viewed match ever. Why?
Just
why-
the-
you need
just the most
just
viewed
play your
match.
best. Oh yeah.
You're just shirtless in front of a few thousand people and
Not a big deal.
100,000 online.
Yeah.
So Falco is a bit slower. He's actually a lot slower, but he has a gun. He has the laser gun that will actually stop you. Fox's doesn't stop you, but he's way faster. So a lot of it's like counterplay around the laser, get Fox to stop him from rushing you down.
Okay.
Ooh, almost a good edge guard scenario for the Falco. One of those down airs is just going to lead to death for Fox.
Big jab. Basically, it's Falco's playing get off me and don't move so fast, and Fox is playing I will get through you and I will grab you like a sumo wrestler.
Yeah, Fox is kind of Giga Chad.
Yeah. Falco's a good Giga Chad, dude.
But they both have insane combo games. We'll see if they're able to bring it out, right? Because the more the nerves,
Hand wraps, nerves.
the hand wraps, the worse you're going to play, which oftentimes leads to more exciting Super Smash
Yeah,
Bros.
it's true. That Mango lesson set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First stock taken by Kalindi there. Doesn't really matter. 125%.
Yeah. One more hit, one more strong hit.
One shine back air, it's going to be curtains.
Ooh, we've seen a lot, like time and time again. Also,
Okay, get him off the side of the stage. Quick edge guard.
there it is, tied up. You can come back from 4 stocks, especially in this matchup. So, ooh, big catch with the up air.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's the most polarizing of matchups. Leads mean very little because how quickly you can kill. You can't play with advantage. You're so comboable.
Ooh, double jab. Finishing up. Finishing. He's continuing the combo.
The crowd is ready.
With the hand wrap.
I mean, the defensive play from Kalindi was there. He was doing everything you need to do. It just felt like Fiction was there to cover every option. The double jab, the dare, the lasers.
Sometimes defense just makes your opponent look better.
So don't even play defense.
Don't even play defense.
That's Steph Curry.
Right, that's
He's on the back foot as well. This stock racking up 81. That hit
coming
counter smash.
alive. Oh! He said, "Put your gloves on."
Yeah.
You have something else
Get in
to
the
do.
fucking ring.
Let's get in the ring.
I didn't even care about that edge guard.
I wouldn't even bring my controller.
Oh no. Has him on the edge.
Fiction can throw a lot more risks out too. He can go off stage. He's got some stocks to play with.
Oh, wow, okay. Now, still a one-stock lead. It's not that big. That's a meme.
You can come back. You can come back.
One stock's not a lead, and that's the most true in this matchup of any.
Another grab. So Fox has a fun little trick where he can do this right off the stage. And even.
That is a fun trick. That is a fun trick. Do it again. Do it again.
Do it again, Kalindi. Uh-oh. Got something started. Edge guard situation. See if you fish. Up.
Okay.
Oh my
Now, that
God.
down smash covered both options, but the roll
The
so
ledge dash
smart.
hard. Okay.
It's
One
extremely
more
hard to
hit,
come off a
took it off
ledge like
stage.
that as well.
Any shine, any smash attack's going to kill. Maybe a back air kills, so you just need that fun shine trick.
Oh no, open.
We need to see some blips from Fox to make a come.
Both playing safe.
Fox,
Both safe. They still got time.
Oh, ledge dashing
Tournament
grab.
winner.
That's going to be tough.
That's gonna be it. All right. Fiction with a low pop. Okay.
Fist bumps.
This
Fist
is
bumps.
his city. This is his place. It's
SoCal, baby.
SoCal.
Fiction's been going to damn Inland Empire tournaments since before some of the people in the audience.
This is the Verdugo champion.
Yes,
This is the Verdugo champion. All right, here we go. But this is what you came to see.
This is what they came to
Yeah,
see.
the contact on contact, you know?
Did you hear it in the video interview? We are going to have a rematch. I'm going to fly down to LA. No smash.
Yeah. Kalindi was telling me this. We were shooting those interviews. I was chatting him up. He's like, "Oh, we're doing this again."
Yeah.
I'm like, "You guys are crazy."
Just to go over some of Fiction's tweets from the past week. Thursday, I wish I could fight him right now. Friday, damn, I wish I could teleport to Sunday. Saturday, all I want to do is fight.
Desperate. He's not a little desperate.
He's
a little thirsty.
He's just ready. And look at the stats one more time. It's a 2-inch difference, but the height, outside of that, the weight's the same. The reach is a 1 inch off. The age is the same. I think we're going to see a lot different fight in the ring than we did in our last Smash Boxing.
Did you see Fiction's pose on the card there? He had like the tiger claw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bit of a tell.
Yeah.
For me, I southpaw in pictures.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's your
throw
good
him
spot.
off.
Just to throw him off.
Yeah.
This is they study the wrong
Yeah,
gameplay.
yeah.
They're ready to get wrong gameplay. I think they're too orthodox, though. Do we have any southpaws?
Yeah, that's a good question. Ludwig.
Lefties, righties?
Me, you're asking me?
Ludwig,
Yeah.
Saunders,
I
Gaines.
don't know jack shit. All I do is do my hair, show up, and smile and wave, baby.
He's being modest. He actually spent a lot of time researching, maybe making sure he had little fun facts and stuff like that.
I did have a fun fact for Kalindi, and it says he boxed 2 months in 2021, 3 months in 2022.
Okay, so a little, yeah.
That is a fun fact. So he has 2 extra months in 2021 that he did during COVID of a little training. Does that help a lot? Maybe just you get through the basics?
I think, I think I did an edge for sure. Especially at the beginning, just like there's so much to take in.
The first month of boxing, I do know, is like you're not sparring.
No, you don't spar for a while. These guys are on a fast.
Yeah, accelerated learning program.
Yeah.
But sparring is like the quickest
yourself
way.
at all times, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If I say break, you take a step back. If I say stop, you stop. Ready? Touch gloves if you want. Let's have a good, clean fight.
Fiction hasn't watched a lot of boxing. Fiction hasn't watched a lot of boxing. He didn't know the rules. He's like, what did you say?
He's like, what do you ban? What do you ban? Wait,
What?
Wait, he said
FD on?
this with fists?
Feet, I can kick.
All right, we are in it. 90 seconds is our first of 3
All right.
boxing rounds.
Ooh, Fiction coming out swinging.
Ooh, big one.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. More straight punches. You saw Toussaint with the wide shots. KJ's got the straight shots. Okay. Oh, KJ's looking mean. Detroit in the building. Detroit in the building.
The Fiction's holding the defense up.
Okay.
He's keeping his hands up, and he's looking for more.
Wait.
High
Touching
energy.
the body. Oh, straight shots. Straight to the. Oh, he better throw. Oh, he's gonna have to throw back.
Oh, yeah.
Straight.
And he does.
Oh,
Big body shots from
Oh,
Kalindi.
wait.
He's really getting in on
where are
Fiction
the
here.
paramedics? They might have to come in. They might have to. They might need to stand by.
He's going to have to throw some jabs out as defense. He can't just keep holding the hands by the face. His body
look at
shots
him
are coming
moving
in.
the head on that
That's
right
the
hand.
big punches
Right.
landed by
Yeah.
Fiction. Ooh.
Fiction's leaving his head open, too, though. I'm getting a little scared. The chin's up.
He's getting straight shot down. He's straight down the middle. KJ's just throwing straight down.
I think he's seeing a lot of success in body
Head
shots.
movement for Fiction. He's just taking them. You gotta move. Wait, no coaching. Please move your head.
Okay.
This is so back and forth. Kalindi's energy is crazy, but Fiction's answering back.
They're slowing down. They're slowing down a lot here. We are a minute through our round. There's 30 seconds left, but these guys are already seeing gas in the 90-second
Wait,
round.
what? Are you serious? I don't agree.
Okay.
All right, wait. Oh, they're calling that a standing knockdown?
No, it's a bow tie thing. It's a bow tie thing.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
bow tie
I'm
thing.
actually surprised.
Yeah, I think it's a bit surprising, but it doesn't hurt him too much.
Maybe in the ring.
Still in the fight. Maybe the
Still in
ref
the
saw
fight,
something.
But yeah,
we didn't get to
that'll
see.
make it a 10-8 round automatically.
Okay, back to throwing punches.
Sloppy.
Okay, it's getting. They look tired. They're tired.
They are
They're
gassed.
tired. That's what happens too when you're not throwing out.
Big swings from each
Okay.
side. It's just about who can do the most damage when connected.
Yep.
It seems like Fiction's hitting the face. Whoa!
After the bell.
Yeah, got one out after the bell there. You could get a little cheeky, but we're trying to keep things respectful here.
They love
I
each
thought
other.
KJ won the beginning of the round.
Yeah.
But I like Fiction's response. I feel like he got hit a lot, and his response was to fight back. And that's like the response you want as a fighter. To be like, nah, he didn't get tense. He just started throwing punches back.
I'll
And
keep
he
it a
pivoted,
stack. For about 30 seconds there, I was like, oh no, it's a remake. It's a remake.
Yeah.
But then Fiction's got that dog in him. Look at him. He's taking these jabs. He ate them. And I think Kalindi really gassed himself out.
I
You
think
saw at
so.
the 30-second mark, Fiction was hitting a lot of jabs to the face. He was connecting a lot. I mean, tell me, Phil, what did you see?
I just think that toward that second end, he got that stoppage, like the knockdown or whatever. But like,
Right.
he just kept applying pressure, even though he was getting hit a lot, and he started to be able to.
Good hits on each side. It was a very,
it was very
hot
back and
and
forth.
cold. Yeah.
But I do think it shows like there needs to be better pacing in the next time.
Yes.
They both just gassed out after like the first 45 seconds minute.
What people don't recognize is that boxing is mostly a cardio sport.
Yes, 100%.
Like-
Fighting is so tiring.
Right.
It's hard to recreate that.
Plus the adrenaline, it's like, hey, you say in your head, I'm going to take it slow, I'm going to throw out a few jabs. And then you're in there, and they're just throwing them out. It's like sock and boppers.
And the more pressure and the more tense you feel, the quicker you gas out. That's why being relaxed is so important.
One of the cool things about this event, normally there's 30 seconds between boxing rounds in a normal boxing card. That's very quick. You're right back in it.
No, it's a minute.
A minute. But you're still tired. You're still gassed. Right here, they have a minute before the melee. They have however long the melee is, 2, 3, 4 minutes. They have a minute after the melee. We're talking 5 minutes of rest before you have to box again.
Yeah, you get a lot of your health bar back.
Yeah, true.
So that's good. Also,
I get that Minecraft.
No runs this time. They're going straight into it. No warm-ups. We're going straight into it.
I love that too, and I cannot wait to see some beaten melee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like Fiction more in this style too. I feel like the way he plays,
good to go,
super patient, takes his time. I think KJ's style is more about being precise.
We are in it, round 3.
Okay, here we go.
Second game. If you weren't here, the first game did go to Fiction.
Oh my God!
No
They
take,
both
we're
look
going
so
straight into it.
exhausted in the player cam.
I mean, look at their player cams. They're heaving.
Right?
But you are so gassed after even 90 seconds in the ring. I was just going to say, in the Discord, we have a fighter Discord. I'm not going to leak who. They said, hey, can we switch it to 2 minutes last second? I think they are now happy that we did not switch.
Right.
I think they are counting their blessings.
This is how tired Smashers think they are at tournaments.
This is Smashers at 10 a.m. pool. Big stock, first one goes to Fiction.
Now, this stage is more widely known. Final destination, no items on. Talk to me about what the difference is, Slime, in this stage versus the others.
So it's flat. As you can see, there's no platforms. Platforms give you a lot of options. You can move around, you can jump, you can shield on them. But when it's flat and it's just you and a Falco comboing you, you might have a little trouble. Fox can also grab the Falco up and down, chain grab to a high percent and just get a kill. So very polarizing and very, very much like the boxing match we just saw, matchup on this stage specifically.
Still a very even game at the start of it. It looks like it's going to be two stocks to 3 now. But the thing is, this is not about who's the better player. It's about who has the better C level, D level game.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, SFAT, I remember he told me a long time ago, he's just make sure your B game is really good, and then on the days when your A game's good, that's fun too.
And this is like a step below that.
Yeah, this is like the F game.
You're stressed and you're tired and you're in front of a big stage.
You know what I did see right when the match started? Fiction came out with a shine grab, and I'm like, damn, he's shine grabbing? After being punched in the face like 9 times?
That's natural.
It never leaves you. It never leaves you.
Yes, sir.
He's sleeping doing that. And a great stop from Kalindi to tie it up. 2 stocks to 2 is really anyone's game at this point. Game's going fast. Any early indications of who you think might win this one, Slime?
I mean, look, when you're holding down, Fiction's just really good on the edge guard here. Also, KJH is getting grabs, but he's not getting follow-ups because it's tight. I feel like Falco can be a little more freeform and allows for more mess-ups with the wraps. Wait, here we go.
What do you want off the grabs, Phil? Like, what are you looking for? You get a grab, what do you hope happens?
Right now, KJ's just keeping it simple and just up smashing, up tilting, not really going for like the chain grab. So just keeping it simple, just up smashing.
Because he could just be, oh
my God,
that you would the ugliest 6 seconds I've ever seen.
It's gonna get worse if this keeps going.
That looks like 8 and a half.
Oh my God, he just did wave shot on a shield. That is so hard to do that fast, and he's gonna get an edge guard for this, hopefully.
Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, yeah.
Another drop.
Yeah, that's a drop too. He doesn't get the full dash for the up smash. Now at 89%. You have to close out this last stop. The second last stop.
High doesn't feel good
very
here.
patient too. Just laser F tilt. That's really good. Ooh, Fiction. And I would say that Fiction won the boxing round and won,
By all accounts, this is Fiction's entire set to lose. This is his bout to lose. He has 2 games of Melee under his belt.
Yep.
That means that the next 2 games of Melee will have to be won by Kalindi, otherwise it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Or he needs to try to find a TKO, a knockout in this next boxing round, maybe do enough damage. There's a saying, hit them till they're dumb. And so he's going to have to be hitting them. He's going to have to be hitting them. So this is a big lead, as you said earlier. That was a round 1 boxing win by Fiction too.
Yeah, because
wait, you really think so?
No, because he got the standing knock.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
That's an automatic.
What does that mean? Like, what is that?
So it means like you didn't get knocked down, but you took so much damage that they stop it. It happens more at the lower level.
And that like deducts a point?
Yeah. So it would make it a 10. Usually, if you win a round, you'd win 10-9.
Right.
But if you get knocked down, it's 10-8.
Okay.
And for every knockdown, takes another point. So that would be judged a 10-8 round.
So he would need to make up those 2 points in this round.
So he's down big in the boxing already.
Oh, wow.
And the points really matter here because if it goes 2-2 in Melee, which is more likely than a stalemate in chess,
It's the moments like this.
then
It's
it's
about
decided
to
by boxing
get
score.
hell and
So
along
he's going to have
to
to,
it.
of the 3
It's
rounds
the
of boxing, make the second
begin.
one
We
count.
believe it's the moment.
So he's down. If he loses 2
Oh,
boxing
it's
rounds,
about to go
it's a hard
down.
comeback.
Yeah.
You're losing in both aspects.
Exactly. So, but he was really strong at the beginning of the first one. So I hope he's able to like keep it together throughout the. Just gas himself out last time, I think.
Yeah, it was a lot of early swings, early punches.
Not a lot of head movement. We got to move the head. You got to move the head. When you don't just little tilt, block a little bit.
What are you moving the head for?
Just moving the head so you don't want to take punches straight down.
There were a lot of ones right down middle of
Right
road.
down the middle. Yeah, you got to block. You got to move your head.
It looks like those
You
machines
gotta
where you
move.
press the button and
Yeah,
it punches
gotta, that's a big thing you'll hear day one boxing. Move your head.
I got a question. What do you think the French casters are saying right now?
Uh,
You think they're like, what the fuck is going on?
They're not even speaking in French. They're using French accents.
The web shine is perfect out of shield. That's correct.
Here we go.
Here we go. Round 2 of the boxing.
Gloves touched. Ooh, couple fakes.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
He has to.
Damn! Kalindi connecting against Fiction.
Oh my God. I love it.
This
He's going for the knockout. He's
going for some big body
Gotta
shots.
breathe. Oh.
Ooh, he took two.
Dixon's response is to punch back, and you love to see that.
And this is what we saw in the first round of boxing was Kalindi early on throwing on the pressure, hitting the punches. But Fiction has that dog in him. He lives through the punches.
He's not afraid.
Yeah,
Wait
he's
for his
definitely not
last
afraid.
30 seconds.
Oh, he's just throwing shots up in the air. He's just throwing it. Oh, he's taking a lot of hits. though.
This is different though, right?
Yeah.
This feels a lot better for Kalindi than the first round of boxing.
Yeah, he's something hard must have got him. Oh yeah, he's not the. Oh.
Oh my God.
They're
Yeah,
both
Kalindi,
tired.
the pace is
Yeah.
crazy right now.
Oh wait. Wait, did Kalindi get knocked again?
Looks like.
Wait, Kalindi get knocked? Is that what happened?
I mean, they're counting him.
Okay.
No, I think his hands weren't up. I think his hands weren't
Are you
up.
serious? I don't agree.
Look, I'm surprised as well. I'm
know.
surprised as well.
I don't know about
I don't get to make those calls though. I don't get to make those calls.
Yeah, only us in the bow ties make the calls.
But I mean,
Kalindi looks gassed again. Fiction also
thing.
gassed, but I mean, he has the advantage here.
this is a mirror match of what happened in the first round of boxing.
Oh, Kalindi's super tired.
It's like, yeah,
Oh my
Fiction
God.
takes the damage.
Kalindi might get stopped. He's not.
Oh
he looks
no.
fast.
Yeah.
Keep those
And,
hands
and,
up.
and
Let's
this
see
is
what
the
happens.
first time where I've seen Kalindi getting hit, and I.
Fiction loading up the right hand. He's loading it up. Okay.
Oh my God, a big one right down Fiction Street.
Big connect from Kalindi.
Oh
my God.
God.
Okay.
That's 2 times. That's 2 times down, ref. Woo. He's waiting for the bell to punch, Phil. He's waiting for the bell.
You know, in Melee commentary, we say slobber knocker all the time to talk about like a match that's going. That was actually a slobber knocker, and I'm honored to have commentated one. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no.
They were slugging each other.
Dude, I love watching people new to boxing box.
Yeah, right? No, it's
so
the,
fun.
The best thing is someone who's really good or really bad. You don't
Right.
want the middle ground. This is perfect.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Yeah, people are really good at boxing, and then all of a sudden you're seeing Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather, and they're hugging by round 8. But real quick, I got to give a shout out to the Mogul Chess Boxing Championship presented by Fansly. If you guys don't know, you can sign up for Fansly for free to see exclusive behind-the-scenes content from the chess boxing event that we've already filmed. A lot of cool things, surprises, and make sure you can sign in with Twitch to see if any of your favorite creators are already creating content on Fansly. They have over 200,000 creators and an algorithm to help you find the next creator or content you're into. Thank you to Fansly, the title sponsor of this event, for making it come to life.
I'm looking at the corners right now, and Kalindi is just gas. Fiction,
He looks tired.
also gas, but he just seems to have more in the tank.
Yeah, and I think we were talking about how there needs to be an adjustment from the first round of boxing to the second.
Yeah.
You were saying how the first round of boxing, it was 45 seconds of raw pressure, punches, swings, and they were connecting, but they weren't doing enough damage.
Fiction a little crowd work.
They weren't doing enough damage that it was stopping Fiction. In the second 45 seconds, Fiction he tanked all the punches.
And he's landing good clean shots.
Right.
The ref is obviously, and being in the ring is different from watching from the outside,
100%.
right? So maybe
Yeah.
the ref's seeing something that's like, oh, KD's just taking a lot of damage.
I think it's safe to say from our perspective, it looks like Fiction has a lead in the boxing, but maybe not round 1, but round 2 for sure, but not as much as the ref saw. But clearly there's an agreement that for sure in that round 2, Fiction seems to have the edge in the boxing.
I think he's just being able to keep it a little bit. Kalindi's just gassing out. Oh.
They're doing a warm-up right now. Kalindi is reeling.
Kalindi is tired.
You can see him. He is gassed.
Yeah,
And this is do or die. The situation right now, this is the third game of Melee. The third game of Smash. Fiction has won the first two.
Yeah, it could
Kalindi
end
was
right
also
now.
the one that had to go up and wait, right?
Yeah, yes.
That will impact cardio.
Oh, that makes sense.
So
Yeah,
he had to go up and wait.
because you're actively gaining weight, and yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'll tell you the stats. It's actually a crazy.
No, he had to put on. I was concerned about that going in. He had to put on a lot of weight.
So when these guys first were told about this event a couple months ago, they had a 35-pound difference in weight.
yo.
35?
Yep. Fiction dropped 15 pounds. Clint
I
went
think
up
we're getting
15
into it.
pounds.
All right, we're getting into it.
This is the
Footage of
final game of Smash. Well, that's a lie. It could be the final game of Smash.
Yeah.
What I should say. What I should say.
I mean, if we're connecting up just like that.
But here's the situation. It is 2 games in favor of Fiction. It is first to 3 games. If
Oh
he
my
wins right
God,
here,
another edge guard for Fiction. He can nail these.
if he wins this game, it's over.
It's over.
They don't box again. It's done. So we will see Kalindi's do or die. We saw him gassed right before he was about to play.
He's so tired.
Oh,
But
no.
Fiction.
Big grab here. Maybe we can fleet this one. We're missing the waveland. You can't go for those in this condition.
Chase. Okay, still gets it. That was an easy tech chase.
He's taking.
He's
deep
loving
breaths
it.
and
He's loving a star KO.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's 2 seconds.
He needs
That's
a
2
moment.
seconds.
He needs a moment.
I mean, he's keeping it even. To one.
Oh, the tech chase.
Yes.
Okay,
Reads
still
the
gets
roll to the left.
Basically, you want Fox to get Falco off stage and in the corner so you can hit that down B button.
Down air. Okay.
It's in the wrong way.
Another
They'll have
edge
to jump.
guard scenario
Okay.
for Fiction.
Oh, Fiction.
And again, let me reiterate because it's all that matters. If Fiction, the blue bird, gets 2 more stocks before the Fox kills him, the fight is over.
So you guys want KJH to win? Make some noise. I need more. I need more. I'm not done. I want to see some action.
I would love to see a third round.
Yeah, the boxing rounds are a treat to watch. I would love to see a third, but hey, that's the whole point of this sport of Smash.
Oh my God!
Fiction doesn't care.
He does a ledge cancel forward there. He's controlling the entire pace of the match, and it's looking like curtains. Let's see if KJ can come back.
Gonna have to dig deep. Okay.
This is everything right now. This is the final Smash boxing card. We've had a great show so far from these two. But he needs to get 2 more lives. 3 more now.
Okay, the smash.
Not yet.
DI's still there. Finish it off. Kiss him through the phone.
Oh no.
That's game.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, that is
Hand
tough,
wraps,
man.
nerves, with tired, whatever.
This is looking really tough, boys.
Keeps stacking up and stacking up.
Alright.
Finally.
Page, another edge itself. Oh no! That's it. Oh, dropped it.
Fiction, that dog, of course he goes for it.
He
Of
wants
course
to
he
fight
takes
him
that.
again.
This is looking almost impossible.
There it is. Fiction wins the match by melee. What a
Hey, whoever's watching, what is up, my
Fiction
guys?
gets it done for the SoCal.
for Soka in home turf.
Home turf
You gotta
win,
make it happen.
guys.
Holy, I'm so happy we got to see the 2 Smash cards and by different results. One by TKO.
One by, yep.
The other one
You're
by
getting the
Smash
results that you
result.
wanted. A mixture, you know?
And this is telling a story. People are a lot worse when they are boxing.
No.
After a video game.
No.
They're a lot. Hey,
You
you know
think
what?
that?
Hey, Zane, I'm calling you out right now.
Oh, bro.
He's #1 in the world. Get in the ring with me. I think I have a good shot. Jeremy, please take it away.
That was unbelievable. How do you feel? You look pretty tired.
I'm feeling good. I can go a couple more rounds.
You could go more?
There we go. Hey! Give him another fight.
Walk me through winning those Smash Brothers rounds and then having to get in the ring and fight.
One more time.
I'll get closer.
It's not the volume, it's like the clarity.
All right, walk me through you fighting after winning Smash. Were you confident in Smash, more confident in boxing?
As soon as the boxing starts, I forget that I was even playing Smash. And
Really?
Same thing with Smash. I forgot I was even boxing.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Well, you deserve it. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Fiction, your winner. Excellent work. Fantastic. You owned it. Excellent work as well. It's a tiring thing. We'll go back to the booth here to get some more commentary on what just happened.
Well, that was our last Smash boxing card. Any last thoughts from you two?
No, thanks for having me. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Shouts to you guys. Shouts to the crowd.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
guys
having
so
me.
much. We'll be stepping off.
These are our next competitors coming up, the chess boxing competitors. We're going to swap out commentaries. Big love from the crowd for Slime. Phil, the competitors who just fought Kalindi and Fiction, we're seeing Box, Shadow Box as he's about to go up against Stans. We're going to go to commercial break. We'll come back in just a little bit. Thank you, everyone.
Yo, guys, we need to cash up the caddy for last week's round.
Ooh, right. Good call. Let's leave a nice tip.
Hey, Andy, what's your cash tag?
Oh,
I don't have one. Okay, I'll get you next time.
Already a new season 9 winner?
Where's my part? Nice.
Oh, thanks, guys.
That's a good one. That's money. That's Cash App.
Are you bored of the same old content? And see which of your favorite streamers are already creating adult content on Fansly. Additionally, Fansly has a whole algorithm dedicated to discovering new content and creators through the Fansly For You feature. Swipe and discover today at fansly.com.
Hey everybody, Schlatt here. I love you. Head over to StarForgeSystems.com and pick up one of our awesome computers ranging from entry-level to top-of-the-line next-gen. Or your
Starforge.
That includes you, Ludwig. You are not my friend. So what are you waiting for? Go to StarForgeSystems.com.
All right, we are back at it. The Mogul Chess Boxing Championship brought to you by Fansly. And I'm joined by two beautiful co-casters.
It's a little bit more of a chill stream now.
Introduce yourself, starting with you, Matt.
My name is Matt Thomas. I have been chess boxing for 5 years. Excited to call some chess boxing fights on the biggest stage that has ever been in this sport.
Well, okay, you're selling yourself short. You are a chess boxing world champion.
Won a world championship for USA in 2018.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I guess you know a thing or two about smash or chess boxing, I should say.
Definitely not smash boxing.
Yeah. And then I'm also joined by the biggest chess YouTuber and a phenomenal chess player in his own right, Levy, Gotham Chess.
Yeah, Levy Rosman. You might know me as Gotham
Yes!
Chess.
I think
and-
everyone knows you. It sounds like they're aware.
Let's go! Let's fucking
You know
go!
me as Gotham Chess, and I'm excited, man. This is spectacular. We just saw amazing boxing. I'm excited for some really exciting chess too.
Yeah, it should be great. And before we jump into that, I do have to thank one of our wonderful partners for this, Schlatt, as you shouted out earlier, Starforge Systems, which offers 6 amazing PCs at all different price points. Whether you're buying your first PC or looking to take your stream to the next level, check out Starforge. They got next-gen hardware, 4080s, 4090s, and you can even take a look at their social media pages for exclusive chess.
I'm
boxing
fucking on.
PC
I'm just so
giveaways.
fucking.
check it
I'm
out,
just.
Or Schlatt will be really, really, really angry. That's written down. He wrote that himself. So
I'm convinced.
I mean, I wouldn't fuck with Schlatt. I wouldn't fuck with Schlatt.
I'm fucking
So
just
gentlemen, we just finished up
absolutely
with
on
Smash
top of it
boxing
right now.
cards.
Just
Those
dirty as fuck.
by 2 ways, TKO and Smash.
Dirty as
Incredible.
fuck.
The first match, to see it go via smash and then the boxing round go the other way. Love to see that.
Ooh, go, come on, come on, come on. Get that, get that. Yep.
And then that second match, that could be a match of the fight of the night.
Right.
I mean, like that's a hell of a way to start out an event.
And we got 7 more cards for the chess boxing. That's mainly what this was advertised as. Those were the undercards. We're now ready to get into the meat of it. So
That's
let's
cool.
take a look at the preview for our
I wasn't
first
expecting
matchup,
that.
which is going to be
I was like kind of
Wolfgang
shook when I saw the
Stans
smash. I
and
wasn't
legendary
expecting
streamer, League of
that.
Legends
So that's a
player,
nice hit.
Box. Let's take a preview.
Let's go.
My name is Stans. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, and I am fighting in the Mogul Chess Boxing Championship against BoxBox.
My name is BoxBox. Most of my career, I've been playing League of Legends, and now I've been playing their sister game, Teamfight Tactics.
Why did you sign up for this?
It sounded really exciting. In fact, I think I told you when we started that I would fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. You know, I've played a little bit of chess. Boxing is an excuse to get into shape. I think that there's a chance I could win or lose in humorous fashion. I definitely feel more confident in boxing. I know for a fact that he's significantly better at chess than me.
Shit.
I know we have like a 400 rating point difference between us. In chess, that's a lot.
My biggest fear is I get mated before the first.
The fuck are you gonna do about it?
If anyone's gonna checkmate me in one round, it would be Box. He like pushes the glasses up and goes, "Well, that's mate," and then it's like, "All right, you got me."
Originally, I was actually pretty scared. I've seen other like YouTuber boxing, Twitch boxing events, and I've seen that some of the matchups can be very lopsided.
You've called yourself God's gift to boxing.
I think I'm just a natural talent.
So you do think you're God's gift to boxing?
I think I'm God's gift to boxing. You know, it's just like you just punch a little bit.
Jesus.
I've gotten hit in the head many times. I've gotten hit in the body many times. I always have protective gear on. And in this fight, we're not going to have it. There's a good chance I'm only ever going to do one fight ever. To train 5 months very rigorously, and then to just like mess up mechanically the first block and just die on the spot, like that's terrifying to me.
Is there anything you want to say to your
You will 100% do that. Most likely that will happen. If that's his mindset, unless he's coming in with a completely changed mindset, that will most likely be what happens.
I think he's a really cool guy.
If he goes to boxing.
Final message of sorts.
For that guy's sake, keep it in not boxing. But unfortunately, I think it's kind of like you have to be good at both, and you have to be comfortable at both. So he's probably going to lose. That guy loses.
And let's let Germa take it away with our Fansly walkouts.
Introducing first in the now white corner, ladies and gentlemen, at 6'2", 194 pounds, give it up for Box.
Is that who trained, or is that
Box walking out right now.
Fuck.
He's the clear favorite for this fight in the chess aspect, coming in at a 1400 rating. That's 350 higher than Stans. Levy, how much does
How
that
the fuck
actually
might
matter?
this do?
I think we're severely underestimating the boxing component. I think you get punched 5 or 6 times. That's a 50, 60, 80, 100 point like subtraction from your strength. All right? Stans thinks he's the underdog on the chess. I'm not so convinced.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
And in the black
I agree.
corner, weighing in at 100
He's underestimating how hard boxing is, and that will be his downfall.
call him Heavy Hands Stans.
Heavy hand Stans.
What a ring name. Gotta love it.
Now, for some of the stats, Stans is 4 years older than Box. We'll pull up some of those in a minute, but he is in amazing shape. I mean, he lost 15 pounds for this just from sweating during boxing. He talked about having his gray sweaters turn black from an hour of just punching a bag. So he's feeling really excited for the boxing portion. And like you said, that might make his chest portion look a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, you lose weight for any sort of athletic event. We've seen a lot of players on this card lose some weight and get in really great shape. But at the end of the day, you have to do both. Yeah. How much chess have you trained? If you make it out of the boxing rounds, you still got to make moves on the board.
And in talking to Stans prior to this event, he's one of the few people that trained chess and boxing together. So I think we'll see that on display here. Getting a high heart rate, coming to the board, playing chess with a high heart rate is different than playing when you're calm. Levy, have you done any high heart rate chess?
No, my heart rate has gotten higher during chess games, especially when I get 1 second on the clock. But no, I haven't. I maybe did it once or twice, like after some push-ups. It's horrible. I can do the push-ups, I can do the chess, I can't do them together.
And let's take a look. The audience, if you are here, whip out your phones. You can do a prediction if you scan that QR code. Who do you think will win? Let's hear it for Box.
Get your telephone devices out.
And let's hear it for Stans.
Pretty even, sure-wise.
Yep. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape here. We have the stats. And break this down for me, Matt. How much does this matter? It's a 1 pound difference, same reach, age, height's almost the same.
Almost completely equal in terms of like physical stature and wingspan. So, I mean, this is about as even as it gets. It's really going to come down to skill.
Yeah, I mean, I would not dare elaborate on the boxing. I've gone to about 15 boxing classes, but I also had the same impression. They're dead even in terms of physical fitness. We are about to see that on display. How do you take a punch?
And of course, this is going to start with the chess. It's 7 rounds total. That's the way this is going to work. 7 rounds total. Crowd prediction coming in 52% in favor of Stans. Very close.
Very close.
Very close. Slight edge. But again,
Most likely
rounds,
one.
all the odd number rounds are chess. Our first chess round will be 2 minutes, and this will be the best chess they're playing the first round of chess.
Absolutely. I mean, they better four-move mate somebody right now. Just get it done, get it out of there, go back to the locker room. I mean, it's going to be tough, and we're about to find out, like, what the openings are going to consist of, too. Are you just trying to look for a stable position? What are you trying to get?
And that's a good point as well. This is the first 2 minutes, the most important minutes. but it's also the opening. How much actual lead are you going to get in 2 minutes of chess in a 5-0 game?
For Stans, he just needs to get an equal position. And if he doesn't get an equal position, he got to go put it on in the boxing, right, Matt?
So much of this is going to be autopilot. The first 10 to 15 moves, when you're training, you know how you open. People probably aren't going to be taking a lot of risk in the first round because they want to see how the boxing shakes out.
Yeah, we're going to see here. So the rounds go 2 minutes of chess, 90 seconds of boxing, 2 minutes of chess. We can actually even pull up the graphic for possible win scenarios. Just how this format works, because I'll be honest, Matt, although you're the world champion, nobody has heard of this goddamn sport.
It's true. This is by far the biggest stage that this sport has ever been on. But the beautiful thing about this sport is even if you're amazing at boxing, even if you're amazing at chess, it's a completely different animal when you combine the two together. So it's not just like train one, train the other. You really have to weave them together to see how you manage your state change, if you can lower your heart rate before chess, if you can raise your heart rate and psych yourself up before boxing. So we'll see how much these two have trained and prepared for this specific format and how it all shakes out.
And let's talk about possible win conditions. We have checkmate, we have knockout, TKO, expired time. What are the most likely results for a chess boxing bout?
It is so difficult to actually knock someone out clean. One punch, you see that in the pros with like Tyson, like famous knockout artists. But especially with novice boxing, which most of the people in this event are just starting out in boxing, it's hard to train your body to generate that much force, have the technique to be able to knock someone out cold. So more likely what we'll see on the boxing side is what we saw in the first two matches, where someone gets overwhelmed, they aren't intelligently defending themselves, and then the ref stops in for a stoppage. That means a standing 8 count, 8 seconds to pull yourself together before continuing the match. And if that happens 3 times in one round or 4 times over the course of the whole match, it's over. It counts just like a knockout. It's called a TKO, technical knockout. And we'll probably see more of those on the boxing side tonight than like cold, clean. But, I could be wrong.
We could also just see what we saw with the smash, right, where a guy is just exhausted, right? Or a girl is exhausted. We have the Andrea versus Dina bout coming.
Yeah, we do.
It's the 4th or 5th ever matchup in chess boxing with women participating. I mean, it's just spectacular, right? So you might just be so exhausted you can't physically make a move, or you can't calculate. You got to calculate some sharp position, looking for a tactic or a checkmate or some winning of material. You physically can't move. You can't breathe. Nothing, right? So I don't know. I'm pumped to see what's going to happen.
I'm hoping to see a lot of variety in results, but you told me, and this shocked me, of all the chess boxing matches you've done, they've all been decided by checkmate.
Yeah, so me personally competing, all of my matches have been decided by checkmate. And that being said, like the stat for chess boxing is about 80% is won on the board. That doesn't mean that the better chess player always wins, though. It can be, someone gets fatigued, like Levy was talking about. It could be someone takes a big hit to the head. But it's easier to capitalize on a mistake in chess boxing on the board. You have more time in this format. You have 2 minutes on the board and 90 seconds in the ring, so there's more time on the board. We're likely to see a lot more checkmates and decisions on the board tonight.
And, of course, we have 7 total fights that we're going to see, as well as a surprise at the end from Cash App. They're giving away a lot of money, guys, so stick around if you're watching online. That'll be after all the fights. There's a lot to win there. And one more thing that I figure is worth talking about before we jump into the actual matches. Talk about the founder, the creation of chess boxing.
This is such a crazy story.
Yes.
Oh, it's beautiful, and someone very close to my heart, Ipe Rumbing. He started the sport in 2003, inspired by there's a famous artist from France named Enki Belial who made a comic book series where the protagonist, the hero, defeated his enemies on the chessboard, but he was wearing boxing gloves. He was beating them up. And we got the first round underway here on the chessboard. We'll continue that founding story in just a second.
I guess we have no moves coming up yet on the digital board, but we'll likely take a bird's eye view of the players there.
So while we catch up on the board, he did the very first chess boxing match as an art exhibition. He wanted to take this comic book hero and project it into a real rule set in front of real people.
By the way, what you're seeing there is a French defense, already very slightly misplayed by BoxBox. A lot of pressure on the central pawn there from Stans, and he's actually already winning. He's winning the game right now. He's on autopilot, and they can't hear us. That's why they have the noise cancellation.
Right.
If Stans takes that pawn in the center, that other one will perish as well. I mean, there's a legitimate chance that
No way. The latencies?
Super early. And of course, the game we're going to get a pulled
Bro,
up
this latency is so bad.
online, but worth noting
Oh my
as well
god,
here
it's their
that,
server
at
too.
the
That's
time
not even
phase,
me.
you can see the
That's
clock
crazy.
back there. It doesn't increase. It only goes down.
Correct. Yeah. So there's no increment.
Let's fucking go. That was me.
Meaning every
Let's
time you
go.
make a move, you get a little bit of time back. This is just straight up. When your time runs out, it's over. It counts as checkmate.
And people are popping off right now because it's an early night win by Stans, which is a surprise because going into this, we talked about how he has a 300, 400 point disadvantage in chess. And the first round is the round where they're going to be playing the most calm, the most collected.
Sorry, y'all.
But it seems like Stans early on is winning.
Yes, it's not a night. He did in fact take the center pawn, and he's up on time, which is huge, right? Like he saw.
So glad you're here because I don't.
Listen, it's tough to see. It's tough to see. And folks, just for everybody in the audience, chess is a weird game. We have this weird magnetic board called a
That's him.
GT, right? That plugs into some sort of outlet, and it's not Smash. You can't just put up a TV and play.
Right.
God, I love his setup, man. That's like my go-to.
Right now, Stan's king is
I should
still
go
on
to.
the
I should
side.
switch to
That could
chess,
be a huge problem for him if he doesn't castle.
but I don't know if I
He's
can do
gonna
both.
castle probably
So I'm
within the
gonna have to
next couple
stick
of
to
moves.
this.
There we go. He's one move away from castling. Perfect. And the bell rings.
And for those not familiar with castling, what does that mean? That's one of those weird, non-logical things in chess that
Yes,
maybe beginners don't
It's
understand.
the only time you can move two pieces at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your king to safety, and that's exactly what
That might be
Stans
in.
is about to do. If
Nope.
he remembers
This is
after
a-
he boxes, okay?
Dude, actually a good point.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, right? I'll remember
Yeah.
when he remember.
And so, worth noting here, we are going to work on getting the chessboard pulled up for you guys, but this part's pretty easy to watch.
Yep.
It is two men punching each other in the face. Talk about the first round, the nerves, the adrenaline, how it differs from maybe later rounds.
Absolutely. There's nothing like a first fight. First fights are like lifetime moments. Both of these men have trained for months. They're here. I just saw Stans get slapped in the face by his coach. The adrenaline is pumping. You're getting psyched up. You're getting ready. The gloves are going on, and you're looking across that board at your opponent, maybe making eye contact, knowing that in just a few seconds, you're going to be punching each other in the face. We got 90
Amazing.
seconds of action.
Great take.
These guys are like
Just great take.
They're 180, 190 pounds. They've both taken it seriously, or maybe not. We're about to find out, right? That's
Stans is gonna win.
Moment of truth.
Stans is gonna win. That other guy's gonna get hit once, and he might cripple. If this is a first round, that's why, and he might have called it on
Taking all
himself.
challenges.
That's what's the worst thing.
Well, yeah, you know, if I get a couple Red Bulls in me, maybe. And we do have Stans. He calls himself God's gift to boxing. Now, he did have a good time on the chessboard, but this is the thing that he wanted to do. This is what he showed up to do. So even if he's doing well in chess, the boxing is where he wants to thrive. We'll see how Albert replies. He's a much more humble guy. You know, he's a little quieter about his boxing skill, but he's trained just as hard, just as long. So let's take it away.
We went over the rules. We've got
Hello,
from here
hello,
until here.
hello.
Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If I say break, you take a step back and you immediately continue. If I say stop,
Bro, I'm so excited.
Please
I'm
shake
actually
hands.
really.
The referee
Back to the
in
corners.
this match is
Let's have a good
Martin
fight.
Hamberling, one of the chess boxers from Amsterdam. He represents the Netherlands in the last 2 World Championships. And he'll be seeing our boxing tonight.
That
Here we go,
might be
ladies
it.
and gentlemen, first
Touch of the gloves.
boxing round underway. Ooh. And Stans landed an early shot.
Oh, he's fast.
Two up top, cross lands right to the
So here's the
chin.
deal. Stans might win.
Defending himself, and the ref steps in early. Intelligent defense not happening. Box getting a standing 8 count, ready to bring himself back together. Both of these fighters opting not to wear safety gear, not to wear the helmets for all of your enjoyment. Here we go, gloves touch, and we're back into the action.
So that's one stoppage there, right, for Stans?
That's one stoppage for Stans. If 2 more happen in this round,
He's got a minute.
that means the match is over.
Oh, watch the knee,
So what did you
Stans.
see there that the ref saw that made it stop the fight?
Yeah, there was no attempt to fight back for Box in a series of about 5 punches.
Like he just fought back.
It's dangerous for him to do that.
Box is sending shots back. He's setting up with a jab, fully extending. He's looking a lot better. He's coming back from that stoppage with a little bit more energy, a little bit more life.
And it seems this might be going the way of our last bout where they're a little slower after the first 45 seconds.
That's right, yeah. And great cross landed to the temple by Stans. Stans definitely landing the majority of the significant strikes so far in this round. A nice 1-2 landed by Box right to the chin.
Yeah, until that one.
Stans felt that one.
Stans working the body, by the way, right? A lot of right hands to the body of Box.
And it's great to go to the body early. You don't necessarily feel it in the first round, but come round 2, 3, you start feeling those body shots to start slowing you down. Another great cross landed to the chin of Box.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing a great first round. Less than
that
10
was a
seconds left.
great fight.
Yeah, good job by Box to swing himself out of that corner. Could have been another
And here we go.
standing knockdowns.
Ending the round with a great 1-2 is Box. There's
Wow. Wow. That wasn't easy. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's
That got
go.
me hype at the end there. And look, I think it's fair to say, you were saying it too, that Stans had the majority of the connected hits. But let's talk about Box. I mean, was he successful in that round?
It's clear he trained a clear, like a straight 1-2. A 1-2 is a jab cross. You set it up with your lead hand, nice and quick shot to find your range and find a hole in your opponent's defense. 2 comes right through it. He landed a few of
Wow.
those to Stans' chin. So definitely not a lopsided round. Still pretty close.
And we have the Starforge replays here. We're going to see a couple of the shots connected. There it is by Box.
It's a counter cross right over the top. Stans tried to go to the body, open up his defense. Box came right over the top.
Yeah.
And wow. Another flurry from Box.
Stan shook it off like, I'm good.
Oh, 4 shots in the
combo
head.
there.
Wow. There's another 1-2. Box going off.
Yeah, a lot of connections from Box.
1-1-2. First one to get a response. The next 2 landed. Look, Box looked great in that round. He got most of the replays, too.
Yeah, he did. Replay guy loves Box. Not a Stans fan.
But Stans won 1 knockdown already, 1 stoppage. So if he gets 3 more over the course of the match, he wins the match. So technically, he's winning the stoppage fight.
Is it more likely for those to happen later on when people are tired or early on?
Absolutely. You get fatigued. It's harder to defend yourself, harder to intelligently defend yourself and fight back.
By the way, gentlemen, I believe our game board is updated. It looks like it seems to be working, and we may get it up on the big screen shortly. For now, we've got the bird's eye view.
Yeah, we have the live board.
And he has castle.
Yes.
Did remember. Castling.
Can we talk about how funny it is? There's thousands of people cheering for a castle in chess.
Oh, I love it. It gets me so hyped.
And so talk me through this position, Levy. We didn't get to see it in the first round, so these second 2 minutes here, who do you see to have an advantage, if anyone?
Honestly, it's about balanced. And we're about to get some updated moves. The queen comes in, giving the check. But the king is very safe. Can go to the corner. You can also block with your queen. It's only scary. And if you capture, there's a pawn that you can capture right now with the knight. Knight can go, knight takes, pawn on e6, and he's done it. Stan shouldn't have taken back. He actually had a big chance there. He saw it and he took it. He's still doing okay, but now he's the pawn down and his king is weak. That's how chess works. You're okay until you're not. Just like boxing.
Yeah, a little bit stressful here for Stans. Now, he does have a strategy of taking his time making the moves, right? Like, you have a certain amount of time total, but you can use that time so you can get to the boxing rounds where maybe he feels more comfortable getting some damage so that his opponent plays worse.
Yep, that's correct. But if Box takes that pawn in the center of the board, he's about to be 2 pawns up. That's no joke. All right, and...
Take and retake.
Wait.
Queen is gone.
What is this? What's going on?
Queen is off the board.
Wait, are we seeing this right? Did Box lose the queen?
He just blundered a queen right in the center of the board.
Oh my goodness!
Just straight up?
He just defended a queen from a rook attack, but that's not a good trade.
Did he get the rook at least?
Oh, and wait, if this is right, then Stans can play. Oh, he's sacrificing a bishop to open up the king.
Stans is playing phenomenally.
Yeah, this is incredible. And the knight can take the rook. The whole house is on fire right now for Box.
Now, everybody got to
Box
pick
is so
side.
fucked.
They played
He's
white
so
or black based off a coin flip.
Yes.
Stans won the coin flip. He's
Oh my
But
god.
Stans doesn't find it.
Oh
no. And that seems to be the end of the round?
I think that's it. That's 2 minutes.
And
What
there we
happened
go.
at the end?
2 minutes down, we're back to boxing. Fighters are going to their corners, getting gloved up, getting revved up. The sky table, the Fansley sky table is about to be lifted out of the ring, and we're about to see some more boxing
We're
action.
taking a sec
Talk to me
to
about that chess round.
watch the
Oh my gosh,
match.
That was unbelievable. What a round. If we saw all the moves right, which I hope we did, right? There's all sorts of broadcast questions. Stans took a big lead in that round.
Yes, he did.
Oh my goodness. He said he was the underdog in chess.
I mean, he's about 1,000.
Taking a sec to watch the match.
Box is 1,400. Box, a Pog Champs champion, beat me on his path to victory. But when I asked Box originally to do this fight, and I told him his opponent, I told him about the rating difference. Stans back then was 850 rated.
Okay.
And Box is 1,400. You know what Box said?
What?
I won't play chess, so that way it's better.
Just Box?
He just, yeah. He literally hasn't played a lot of chess in preparation for this compared to the amount of hours Stans has put in, and I think it's showing on the board today.
Might be coming back to bite him right now.
I mean, he's diamond in TFT, so don't talk shit.
Okay.
That's true. But again, he just had like a small oversight. And you wonder, if he didn't just go through 90 seconds of, well, just battle, would he have played that move? And I don't think so.
Yeah,
I really don't.
The fatigue, the headshots, all that comes into play.
This feels like a bit of a flip of what we expected. We expected Stans to win the boxing, Box to win the chess.
Yes, and you would say that BoxBox probably took that opening round.
It was a very close round. Yeah, depending on what the judges decided, it could have gone either way.
Certainly even at worst, where there's an expectation that Stans would have an advantage. So
the fascinating thing here is, Matt, you and I discussed this before we went live. Both the players know Black is winning.
Absolutely.
If they don't, well, I guess this is an update. But both players know. So what does this mean? One guy's got to put the foot on the gas for the boxing.
That's right. If you're losing in chess, you got to be aggressive in the boxing. So here we go. Martin about to call a round, and here we're touching gloves, and the boxing is underway.
Our heaviest card of the night. They got
double
big
jab
punches.
lands. Another double jab hook lands for BoxBox. BoxBox clearly having done some boxing training.
Oh my God.
Maybe underselling how much.
Stans getting some chance from the crowd, leading for these body shots. Again, you said they matter later on.
Absolutely.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Put them in early, they help you out later on.
Stans, that heavy overcard, BoxBox.
Stan says his left is his strongest hook.
Oh, that was a hard hook. That hurt. That fucking hurt.
And leading with your left hand, having the quicker, the harder.
He's leading with his head, though, which isn't good.
Left and rights over the course of a match, so having that as your dominant.
He's leading with his head down, and I think he can see that.
Much more aggressive this round. I think he feels
Oh, exactly. Exactly. That was a hard hit.
45 seconds left on the clock here.
His hands are hurting.
They're both a little bit winded, but BoxBox still keeping the pressure.
Oh.
BoxBox is doing an incredible job of setting up his shots with his jab. You throw about 3 times as many jabs as any other punch in boxing. He's clearly drilled, finding that hole, eliciting a reaction, and then setting up a power shot. He's thrown multiple 1-1-2s just like that one.
No.
Going to the body for the first time. Oh. And here we go. Stans getting a standing 8 count.
Do not underplay that. Let's go.
That's it. That's the fight.
We may have a broken hand.
Oh, no. No, I believe what it is a dislocated shoulder.
No. What?
Oh, no, I hope not. I've done that before in a fight. It is not fun.
It looks like they just popped it back in place. Yep. Yeah, so
I
here's
feel
the
for him.
situation. Stans told me over the past couple weeks he's had some issues where in his sparring sessions, his shoulder would dislocate. Because of that, he took it really easy over the sparring last couple days, but it came
No
out today.
way.
Something that happens in boxing. Myself, my shoulder came out multiple times in fights, had to get surgery to repair it. It's actually how I found out about the sport of chess
That's
boxing.
so tough.
I was recovering from a shoulder surgery. YouTube served me a video of chess boxing that
Oh, that's so sad.
And then you became the world champion.
R.I.P., homie.
So thank you, YouTube.
So
That's incredible.
Stans is about to be really good at like fencing or some shit.
Yeah, literally, watch a video and go become the world champion.
And let's
That's
hear
crazy.
from the crowd for
R.I.P.
these two fighters.
For real.
Put your hands together.
And let's toss it over to Germa in the ring.
Sherma in the ring.
Oh my goodness, what a fight. BoxBox. Looked like you were down a little bit in the chess portion, but ended up coming back here. How do you feel?
Yeah, I can barely talk with my mouthpiece on.
He's got the mouthpiece still in. You want to take the mouthpiece out? Let's get the mouthpiece out. So we can hear.
He's a sweet, earnest man.
Yeah, I was told by some friends that do chess boxing that there's like a special term for getting hit in the head and then blundering. I don't know the name of it, but if I didn't get hit in the head, I'd probably remember. On the second round of chess, my queen was in danger by a rook, and I was just like, this is fine.
Well, you put in an unbelievable performance. Congratulations, BoxBox. You won. There's your belt, and there's your winner. And again, it takes a lot of guts to be up here. Takes a lot of guts. Remember that. Unbelievable performance from both contestants.
And let's take a look at the StarForge replays. This was the winning round by BoxBox. He had a lot of great hits before the dislocation from Stans.
And a great trade right there. BoxBox came through with a 1-1-2, a jab jab-cross.
Absolutely dirty. Absolutely sauced up. That was fucking saucy.
This end by injury. Great job to both fighters for having the courage to get in the ring, chess box, do their thing, and congratulations to
You guys must be
BoxBox
so
for
mad.
taking home the victory.
Yep, and we have 7 total cards. At the start of this event, I said there's one thing I want from the chess boxing, and it's variety. I want to see you win by checkmate. I want to see you win by timeout. I want to see a TKO. Not looking for an injury. I'll mind that.
I understand. We got one already, so hopefully
But,
the rest.
but we got that out of the way, so let's not have another one.
Exactly.
And one more time from the crowd, if we could, some big round of applause for Stans and BoxBox.
I'm nervous watching them. I was in the elevator
my
with
God.
one of the fighters,
And a big shout out to one of our sponsors, NordVPN. Thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this event. If you've watched the stream, you know that NordVPN.com/Ludwig is the best way to get around region-locked content. We got Coach Quick pumped for his man. NordVPN.com/Ludwig also gets you 4 months free when you do a 2-year plan.
These guys definitely need to give up.
NordVPN.com/Ludwig right now to get around region lock content and also prevent your ISP from seeing where you're browsing. Thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this event. And we are going to start getting ready for our next card. Our next card.
I can't wait for this one. This is going to be one of my favorite fights of the night. What can you tell us about the next matchup coming out?
So let's give a little context. This next matchup is between Chris Broad.
There we go.
Crowd seems to like. And Overt Flow. Yep. We can cheer for him too.
Yeah. Hello?
Now, Overt Flow is the most recent fill for this event. For months leading up, it was meant to be Chris Broad against Papa Plot, a German vlogger who had a burst eardrum a couple weeks before the event, and you can't fly across the Atlantic Ocean with a burst eardrum, much less get punched in the face.
That one hurts.
So we had to find a fill, and I could not be more happy that we found someone as close, both in terms of weight, height, skill in boxing, skill in chess, as Overt Flow, PJ his name, and he really came in clutch. Let's take a look at the video to show the story of these two fighters.
So my name is Chris Broad. I have a YouTube channel called Abroad in Japan. It's clever. It uses my name in a way. It's clever. But I make videos in Japan. Been doing that 10 years, and I'm not the most fittest person in the world, so I don't know why I said yes to this.
That leads me into my next question. Why did you say yes to this?
So about in June this year, I got a really bad health report. I was the heaviest I've ever been, had the worst cholesterol I've ever had, bad blood pressure, and I wanted to turn it around. And so
it was so
I
fucking
set the goal
cool.
of becoming the fittest I've ever been by the end of this year. And along that way, I've done different things, like cycle
Killed it.
700 kilometers across Japan, do a Spartan race. And Ludwig approached me and said, dude, I'm going to do this chess boxing thing. Do you want to take part? I was like, I don't know what that is, but yes, let's go. And that's why I said yes. And I've been training ever since.
Now, you've had a few opponent shuffles, and you've ended up with PJ. Are you happy with your opponent? Are you a little nervous? How does that make you feel?
So my previous opponent was a German streamer called Papa Platt, and he's a bit taller than me, a bit skinnier. I actually thought I could beat him in boxing, but he might win at chess, given he's got more experience doing chess. He got taken out of the equation. Now I think it's the other way around with Overt Flow. He's been, in the ring. He's had boxing experience before. I don't know how good his chess is, but I think if I'm going to beat him, it's probably going to be on chess. But I hope I can stand my ground against him, given his previous experience in fighting.
Is there anything you want to say to your opponent?
What do I want to say to Overt Flow? By the time I'm done with him, the ring's going to be overflowing in fucking blood. That's not. But anyway, we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. He seems like a nice bloke. I hear he's a black belt in origami or something.
Yeah.
He's going to fuck me up now.
He might.
And there it is. The fight led up by Chris Broad. Let's let Germa, with the Fansly walkout, bring out our two fighters.
Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, our first combatant in the white corner, weighing in at 180 pounds, 5'8", he is Mr. Affable himself, Chris Abroad in Japan!
And of course, Chris walking out to his iTunes number 14 chart, ASO, Too Much Volcano, accompanied by his coach Nick on the right, his friend Pete on the left, and Connor Dog, voice actor, in the back. I think are they handing out candy?
Is this a Mardi Gras parade? I think they're just throwing out candy to the crowd right now.
I just learned what the VA stands for.
Voice actor?
I never knew that. Oh my God.
And Chris, he's been training for this for a couple months. This entire year he has spent trying to get into the best shape of his life, which he has said he is now in.
It looks like he's giving away all the candy he couldn't eat, because he lost over 20 pounds in preparation for this fight. That means no candy, watching your diet, training hard, which he's clearly done.
And that's one of the bonuses of this event. You can win in the boxing, that's sexy. You can win in the chess, that's fun. You can also just get in amazing shape. And that's one of the things we're trying to bring to the audience.
There's so much transformation that can happen in both chess and boxing. I love seeing someone like Chris go through it.
And in the black corner, weighing in at 185 pounds. At 5'11", we have Overt Flow.
Now, this is PJ, our last second fill for this event, an absolute legend for joining on. And you were saying the most experienced boxer here tonight.
100%. He's been involved with influencer boxing since the beginning, having fought on a Paul card, being involved with Misfit Boxing with KSI. He's got the chops, and that's why he had the courage to step up last minute to take on Chris, which we're grateful for.
And Chris alluded to it in his video, but he is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, which doesn't really apply for the boxing event.
He's got grit. I mean, he can take some pain for sure, but it is a grappling art as opposed to a striking art. So we'll see if there's translatable skills when this first boxing round begins. But first, what do we have?
Yeah, while the people in the crowd use the QR code to vote who they think will win, we have the tail of the tape here. Now, talk to me. There's a 3-inch difference in height, a 5-inch difference in weight, a 4-inch difference in reach. On paper, do those matter?
Absolutely. They can matter definitely at the highest levels of boxing. For this, we'll see if there's enough training to make it into an advantage. The way reach
and the
works
dude's
in boxing,
bigger.
if you can hit your opponent and they can't hit you, you're winning, right? So if you have longer reach, you can hit them further away than they can hit you. It's going to be up to Chris to try to get inside of Overt Flow's reach. Ducking, dodging, getting in tight. If he can land those body shots, he's going to have a good time.
But guys, we do start with the chest, and we have another situation where the better boxer potentially, well, in this case, actually kind of proven and has a track record, is slightly the underdog in the chest, right? We heard that from the fighters themselves. About 300 points difference, just like the last one. Will it matter? I, once again, just like we saw last time, am not convinced.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see how they open up and how this first round shakes out prior to the complication of fatigue, of headshots, and everything else that comes along with a boxing round. So they're about to make their ways to the center of the ring. As a reminder, they are wearing noise-canceling headphones with some nice classical music going on inside. So we can't hear any coaching from ringside. No coaches can coach on chess, and no kind of cheering or coaching from the stands either.
And it's worth noting one more time exactly how this event can be won, exactly how it functions. So let's pull up that card. It's 7 total rounds. The odd rounds are chess. The even rounds are boxing. The first 3 chess rounds are going to be 2 minutes apiece. The final one's 4 minutes, where a winner has to be decided by timeout.
Yes.
The 3 rounds of boxing, the even rounds, will be 90 seconds each, where they'll have their chance to maybe knock out, TKO, or just punch their opponent enough till they're done.
Yes, and that's important because in chess, the game could theoretically go on forever. That's why we add the timer. But the problem is both players also need a separate allotment of time because one guy could just sit there, right? So that's why we have the time for both the players, but we also have the overall timer. That's why the last round can go up to 4 minutes.
And worth noting, how quick is a 5-0 game? It's 10 minutes total across both players' clocks. It's kind of fast.
Let me tell you, if that's all you play, it's fast. If it's something like you play, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 5 minute feels like, an entire day's worth of chess, personally. And in here, after you get punched, probably feels like you've lived 6 months in that ring.
And for most people, when they're playing chess, they're playing with their grandpa, their dad. They're probably not playing with a timer. So it's a completely different animal when you add that time element. You got to think quick. You got to remember to hit the timer. We might see some matches tonight. I've seen fighters that completely forget to hit it. Time's just ticking down, and you're losing part of your advantage. You're stair-stepping your way to losing.
Yeah, that's funny. When you do that over the board, you play like a player that forgets to press the clock. You pretend like you're thinking.
That's what I did. I did that in competition. The guy forgot to hit the timer, and I was like, trying to move pieces.
You bribed him?
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, my
He
God.
rolled him as the time. No, but it's a legit strategy. I mean, if you don't, it's part of the game. You didn't hit the clock. Like, don't be mad at him.
So the audience prediction, that's the in-crowd audience, predicted a 62.9% chance that Overt Flow would win. Of course, this is both the chess and the boxing that you have to take into account. We'll see if Chris can prove them wrong right now.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's because of the experience in the boxing, right? And just being around other influencer boxers. And I think people are putting a lot at stake there. I think the chess is much more of a toss-up at this level. We saw even in the last game, 1400 rated opponent, queen's hanging. He's like, I'm going to defend my queen. That's not how it works. You move it out of the way when it's under attack.
Yep.
Absolutely, but having months to prepare for this specific format versus stepping in last minute, they might be overestimating the prior boxing experience in exchange for this sport, which is different.
He's got his headphones out now. Can I say it? His last boxing match was a 15-second knockout. He got knocked out. Does that help experience-wise, Matt?
That can actually kind of seep into someone's subconscious. Like, you don't want to experience that again, not just from like a physical trauma kind of perspective, but also from like a look kind of perspective. Like, it's not a good look to get knocked down in 15 seconds. So we'll see how he bounces back from that, how mentally tough he is, and maybe that black belt in jiu-jitsu comes into play there. I'm sure he's been submitted a lot. I'm sure he's come back from those. Let's see what happens.
And we do have a bird's eye view once again. We'll wait a little bit for our physical board to adjust. We have a queen's pawn opening played, and there's the board actually. We have a lot of hesitation on move one from Overflow, who he almost forgot to press the timer just like we talked about.
He got it right there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, time matters a lot. Now, you can get through about 2 rounds of boxing as long as you're making moves. If you don't move for too long, the ref will literally count down from 10 to force you to make a move. You can't just sit still because we need to see a show here.
We do have a check, by the way. We have the board was set up wrong. By one of them, they're flipping the board around the right way.
Yeah, we need to get that right.
That's a fun one to mess up.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting question I have is Overflow
It's a fun one to
taking
mess
his time here because he's actually like thinking and a little hesitant, or he's
Levy,
like,
you read my mind,
is he
dude.
trying to get to the boxing?
This might be a strategy where he's taking a lot of time at the beginning to make sure he maximizes his potential in the boxing ring because he thinks he might have an advantage there.
Well, then the question is Chris able to play quick enough? Is he able to play sharp enough that the third round of chess, if he gets through 2 rounds of boxing, will be a guaranteed win because Overt Flow will be left with a minute?
Unfortunately, the opening that Chris has used here is like a London fusion kind of opening. He's trying to play a London. His opponent is playing God knows what, frankly, but he's still getting it. It's the London opening, God knows what variation. But the problem is that the timer's going to expire, and I think Overflow is just going to throw some hands for 90 seconds.
Yeah, and the question is, can Chris defend himself enough? The audience clearly thinks there's an advantage for the man with the most boxing experience here, which is fair until the next chess round.
That's correct. If the boxing ends, you gas yourself out, you don't knock the guy out, and you're dead lost, suddenly chess becomes the front runner for victory for one of the 2 competitors.
Levy, can you talk a little bit about how important it is to control the center of the board? What does that mean for early chess, and how do you see this board?
Yes, actually, the craziest thing is Black has 0 control of the center. I mean, you can argue that pawn as the round ends, so we'll talk about that a little bit later, but it's a very good start for Chris.
Yeah. Let me jump in there and talk about the equivalent in boxing. Controlling the center of the ring in boxing is called ring generalship, and it's very similar to chess, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. But you can almost push your opponent into ropes, into the corner, and exert your will, controlling the center of the board, just like controlling the center of the ring.
Because not everybody's Muhammad Ali. Not everybody goes to the ropes, and just that's it. Right? That's the end of the fight. I mean, in this case, we've seen the pressure really pay off. But Stans and Box were very good, actually, at landing punches while under pressure. So we're about to find out how good these guys are at boxing and if you can recover from one of those knockouts.
100%.
I mean, let's not forget, we can say this out loud. That was a 1-minute time advantage for Chris.
That's correct.
That's huge.
Yes.
Going into the next round of chess, and we'll see how the boxing goes. If he's able to get there. Maybe if PJ's able to get there. Let's hear it one more time before they get ready. Let's give it up for Chris Broad. And let's give it up for Overt Flow. 90 seconds. Talk about the first round one more time for me, Matt.
That's right. So they're about to engage in 90 seconds of physical combat. Both opted out of wearing headgear. So look for shots landed to the temple. Look for shots landed to the chin. They're about to be read their instructions by another one of our boxing officials tonight, head of LA Chess Boxing, Andrew McGregor.
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
Dude, I'm getting like
My
nervous.
heart is racing.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, we wanted to have heart monitors on the fighters. Why not have heart monitors on the commentators?
I really don't want purple.
All right, we are seconds out from
Purple ponytail one.
Let's see if they touch gloves or not.
Overflow. I hope he
Gloves,
doesn't.
and we begin 90 seconds coming in. All right, starting out early. Chris is trying to find distance with a jab.
Oh.
A very nice jab from PJ, Overt Flow, who's standing in a southpaw stance. Southpaw means that you're fighting with your right hand forward, left hand back. That means he's probably left hand dominant. We just saw a big switch back to regular stance with a big overhand right.
That's annoying. Yeah, I don't like him.
How common is it to switch? Is that a normal thing for fighters?
No.
Usually it either shows that you're extremely experienced or extremely inexperienced.
Which one do you think it's here?
I think he's extremely confident.
He's walking around a lot. The thing is, he can all the time walking around, but if they get back to chess, he's down a minute.
That's right. And one thing to look out for here is as both of the fighters are throwing shots, do they keep their guard at home? Is that other hand protecting their chin? Sometimes that comes down to your chest. Sometimes it comes all the way down to your waist. Keeping that guard up for anything that could come back is a really important for defense.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Overflow's keeping the hands low because he thinks he's fast and he's got the speed advantage, right? He's not worried about the counterpunching.
He's channeling Ali. He thinks he has the range and the timing and the distance.
Oh, we're going to see a takedown here.
Chris Broad.
He wants the confidence. He's seeing the bets.
And we have
So 15 seconds left.
Yep, 15 seconds.
End of the round coming up.
Slowest of the fights we've seen tonight in our fourth
Absolutely.
bout.
I think Overflow needed a little bit of a fast start.
Bit of a hook in the arm there by Overflow, pulling in Chris. They break up there.
Okay, that was good by Chris.
Last shot. And here we go. Time. Bell rung, and back to the corners they go. Gloves coming off and getting ready to come back to the chessboard.
I mean, what did you think about that round? How did it go?
Yeah, I think a clear advantage in that first boxing round to avert Flow. He was able to gauge distance. He was able to feint and then throw a shot based off of a reaction of his opponent, Chris. Wasn't completely one-sided. I wouldn't give it like a 10-8 round. It's probably a 10-9, but we'll see what the judges saw in that first boxing round. But now it's up to the fighters to wash that last round out of their brains and start to refocus on chess. If you're thinking about anything about other than the present, you're doing it wrong.
And as the Fansly Sky Table descends, I have to let you all know to sign up for Fansly for free to see exclusive behind-the-scenes content from this event. We've been shooting it all weekend. Shout out to Yan. He's been cooking behind the scenes. You can sign in with Twitch to see your favorite creators who are already creating content on Fansly. They have over 200,000 creators and an algorithm to help you find the next creator or content you are into. Thank you to Fansly for making the Mogul Chess Boxing Championship happen.
Yo, I gotta say, there's some juicy behind-the-scenes content. I saw that Fansly camera back in the locker room. They were up in the suites with us. That's some cool stuff. Go check out that app.
We're talking shop back there. We're getting a little crazy. We're getting a little nuts back there. You know how it is. And now we're about to enter the second chess portion. So, Levy, catch us up to speed. What happened in the first round? What is the position we're in? Who has the advantage?
Well, by the way, we had a little board update here, and fans are going to see it as well. It seems as though, and I can't say too much, by the way, about specific moves.
Okay, yeah,
specific
okay,
moves,
that's a good
right?
point,
Because the
good
players
point.
don't have their headphones on. But White got a very strong advantage in that early going. Now, Black is down on time. Black has a slightly worse position.
I think that means I should stop playing
Chris has the
this
advantage
game.
in the chess. Does he have a substantial enough advantage now to apply pressure throughout the next round and the round after that? I was actually thinking Overflow was going to come out a little stronger in the boxing, but he might be just gauging how good his opponent is and really amp it up in the second round of boxing if he can get through this round. He's not in any danger, I don't think, of losing the game, but I think in that third round of chess, he is.
This is a setup round. He is down on time. As long as he moves appropriately in this round, he probably won't lose on time. That being said, he's also down in position, so he needs to be thinking, okay, can I knock this guy out? If not, I need to step up my chess game. I need to move a little faster. I need to find a better position.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, and like a setup round makes sense, I think, in a traditional boxing match, but with 3 total rounds, is that a viable strategy?
Yeah, setup round in terms of like his board position and setting up for the next chess round. He knows he has a little advantage on boxing. He did really well in that first round. I think he just needs to decide whether or not he wants to keep pushing it on chess or keep moving slow.
It looked overconfident from what I saw, but I could be just talking at my ass. I may not know anything.
It's been, Bishop takes pawn. That was the setup there. And we had an exchange of glances from the players like, you SOB,
Who knows?
you took pawn. And now the king's got to go. By the way, White's bishop has had the opportunity to take this rook for about 8 moves now. We can just keep a timer of how long, and White is completely winning here. Completely winning. An experienced player will chop down a few pieces in front of Black's king, get in, and win the game. If White stalls for any longer, the round will end, and Black will survive, and then really go for the knockout in the next round of boxing.
That's a really good point there. So Chris has to make moves quickly so that he keeps the pressure on PJ to make moves. That way he can make a bad
And he's
move.
not. Just to point this out, he stalled for about 30 seconds here. You cannot do that in this format. You can if you have like a mate in 3. He doesn't, and oftentimes when you spend a lot of time, you do something that's not optimal. Because if you had a good move, you would have played it fast.
He's not playing to his advantage, right? Like the next, he has a clear advantage in chess. The next boxing round, we'll see if he puts together the strategy of being super defensive and trying to get back to the chessboard. Survive, get back to the chessboard, and try to checkmate.
Yeah, and I think the digital board might be slow. I do see some moves. Maybe we can get a bird's eye view. Of what's
No,
going
I
on,
would
because
say
we have 30
rook
seconds left
to.
in the round. It would be good at least
What
to
is
see if
that?
Black's king is about to survive this attack, or I do
C6
see moves have been played, but
to get that check.
I think we have
He would
technical
move
difficulties on both the
something
board and the
probably
clock
in
right
front
now.
of
I
it,
have seen
but
Chris
I think
touch the clock, and it keeps counting
that
down
would
on
be a
his.
good
So
defense.
this is not the
Or he can
current
take out
state
his
of the
queen,
game.
but that
If
would not
we
be
get an
a good
overhead
play.
shot,
by
maybe
him.
we see an
Or his
upgrade.
rook.
Yeah, we're going to switch it over right now. I think this might be the updated position here.
And we have we have 5 seconds left in this chess round.
There it is.
There's the bird's eye view. We do see Black's king under severe pressure as the bell rings.
And there's the bell. Back to the corners, back with the gloves. Headphones are off and gloves are on. We're about to get back
So
to
he
boxing,
knows he
ladies
has
and
to
gentlemen. Let's
finish
hear
it.
for the next boxing round.
Yeah, we didn't get to see some of the moves
Okay.
there at the end, but it did seem to be a
Okay.
continuation of the first round of chess.
We'll see.
It's worse.
We will see.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it
They
later.
gotta get those headphones back on.
I
can't tell you how bad it
kinda
gets.
doubt it.
It's real bad.
We'll get through the next round of
Just
boxing, our
saying.
second of 3 rounds. By the way, if you guys are watching at home, there are almost 300,000 people watching this event. Also, to everybody at Dave & Buster's, woo! How's it going? Welcome to Dave & Buster's. You guys are able to not only watch this broadcast in English, we also have this broadcast being broadcast in French and Spanish. If you click on the gear in the bottom right corner, you'll see that it'll switch over to French, to Spanish very easily, very quickly for your viewing pleasures. First time it's ever happened on a YouTube live stream.
Making history left and right here. Biggest chess boxing event in history. First live trilingual live stream. How badass is that?
I mean, it might be like the biggest chess event in history. Like, if we get a few more hours into this, yeah, seriously, live concurrent viewership of World Championship might have been 250K.
Let's go chess boxing.
Yeah, there we
Take
go.
that, chess.
And let's talk a little bit about Nick, Chris's coach here.
Yeah, Nick is a total. Chris has a great guy in his corner.
Look it up on
Former
YouTube,
world
but
champion
it's
in
him
K1
fighting the
kickboxing.
6'8", 270-pound Korean guy, and it's him
Boxing.
5'10",
Had one of the
David
most
versus Goliath,
legendary-
chopping him down like a tree. Beautiful to watch, and that's who trained Chris. So if that gives you any confidence going into the second fight,
Guy, and it's him 5'10", David versus Goliath, chopping him down like a tree. Beautiful to watch, and that's who trained Chris. So if that gives you any confidence going into the second fight,
Guys,
I don't know what will.
I just want to say one thing. So I keep saying that Overflow has to put it on in the boxing, right? But that's because I'm aware how bad his position is. His position is real bad.
Great over-the-shoulder hook landed by Overt Flow. Switching stance again, back to regular.
Yeah, he's got a minute and 10 seconds to put this away.
And both fighters showing good feints. Feints are great to get your opponent to react to something, to see how they'll do it next time you throw the feint. So you feint a jab, you see they tense up too much, you know what to throw the next time around. So both opponents are feeling each other out. Overt Flow is definitely going to the lead hook a lot. He's landed that a lot, and if it isn't broken, don't fix it, right? He keeps going back to it. Oh, big swing and a miss.
Yes,
Chris
sir.
got his number
Yes,
back
sir.
and backed up just out of
Yes,
range.
sir.
Overt Flow missed that lead.
Come on.
Lead hook that had been working for him over
Stay
and
alive
over.
for 40 seconds. Oh, Overflow's getting pissed.
Position is so bad for White that he has to make up the damage in the boxing.
But does he know that? That's the question.
I
Does
think
he
he
know
has
how bad
to.
it
He
is?
has
Because he's fighting like he's a Mortal Kombat character. I mean, he stands like hands down, ready to go, but he's got 25 seconds to apply some pressure right now. Well, we do have our first stoppage, right, Matt?
Yep.
So one stoppage for Overt Flow. It looks like Chris is fine, though. He's ready to
Yeah,
continue.
he's good.
Gloves touch.
He's
We're
good.
back into the
He's
action.
good.
Low
Let's
time
go.
on
Chris
the clock.
is
Only
gonna win
15
in
seconds
chess.
to go
Chris might
for
beat him
these
in
two
chess,
fighters in the
bro.
boxing round.
Overflow has looked great this round.
Chris has a good chance of beating him in chess. Wow.
Count, but it doesn't matter unless he's able to convert that in the third round of boxing to 4 total standing counts. And
That's
TKO.
correct. 3 knockdowns in a round is tough. So if he doesn't get another one in this last 1 second, which he didn't. Whoa. A little grappling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chris said, I'm gonna. Oh,
Gloves come off.
he did that on purpose. He definitely did that on purpose.
Yeah, great round by Overt
I
Flow.
love that
And
shit.
By the way, for
That's
everybody
awesome.
watching online, stick around until the end because the final card after it's over comes with a huge surprise from Cash App. They are giving away thousands of dollars only at the end, though, all right? Because I didn't want to ruin chat experience for the first 9 rounds. So stick around. You'll be able to win a lot of money. Thank you to Cash App for making that possible. I'll have a big surprise for you all then.
Convince me.
Yeah, who doesn't like
Round?
free
Like
money?
every 15 minutes.
Free
yeah.
money?
You're sticking around?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stick
okay.
around.
Yeah, I'm ready to get in chat.
And talk to me a little bit about that round again. Let's back it up. I think we might have some replays. How did you feel about it, Matt?
Yeah, so Overt Flow's go-to punch is that over-the-shoulder lead hook. He gauges where that jab's going to be and where that lead hand is going to be a little low. He feints, and then he throws this over-the-shoulder, catches him right on the chin. I think he landed 4 or 5 to my count. And Chris, by the end of the round, was getting the hang of it. He was stepping back out of range, letting that lead hook just whiff, and he was coming back with some jabs, some feints of his own. So Chris held his own in that round. He did get 1 stoppage. We'll see if that comes into play in the 3rd boxing round, but for now, he's in a great position in this chess round, coming back to the board. Headphones are about to go back on, and they're about to pick up where they left off.
This is everything that chess boxing is about. We have one guy who's won 2 very clear rounds of the chess, and we have an opponent that's won very clear rounds of boxing. I mean, really, this is like what the sport just encapsulated with that description of events.
Brain and brawn, and let's see who can get a win condition first. That's what it's all going to come down to.
And let's talk a little bit about this, because there's only 1 round left of boxing. There's 2 rounds left of chess. From what you've seen so far in the boxing rounds, do you think it can be decided? Anything can happen, though.
I mean, absolutely. Anything can happen in a boxing round.
Jesus.
Completely shifts the momentum and
Christ.
could end it all. That being said, we're back to the chess round now.
Yeah,
Anything can happen on chess too.
Yeah,
We can blunder.
not anything can happen. White has checkmate in 2 moves.
Wait. What?
Yeah.
Show me.
Well, we're gonna get it. Oh, well, hold on.
Hold on.
Pump the brakes on.
All right.
Make sure that bell rings and that music's on.
Yes, and
They
we
have the soundproof headphones on,
Yes,
so
we
they're
have a
not able
bird's
to
eye
hear
view.
us.
It's Black's move, and White has knight to h7 check, and he's given up his queen. He gave up his queen. He gave up his queen. He had mate and 2 on the board.
Oh, that fatigue, those lead hooks coming into play, giving away the queen.
Oh my God! He had mate in 2. I was waiting so long to not say anything because they could hear me. Oh my gosh! He lost his queen.
Incredible.
Yeah, he just had his queen take the piece defending the king.
Yeah, knight check.
Now here we go. Let's see if he can keep his composure and come back from this. It's all about making a mistake and moving on, not dwelling on it, not living in the past.
He has nothing. He has nothing here. His pieces have no way forward now because every square is covered and his rooks are stuck behind pawns. Black is completely winning.
Well, I think the one thing that's on Chris's side is he was able to get into that position to be in mate in 2 through the first
He had a
round.
queen, Ludwig.
All right, well, he could do it again, man. Believe.
I mean, yeah, the pawns can promote, but good luck here. I'm so stressed out, but he is bringing the rook. He is bringing the rook, and in 50 seconds worth of time, I'm looking at the timer, Overflow has stalled. He has moved his pieces back and forth.
Yep.
All right, he is not trying to take the fight to White. White actually can still win this game. You are right, but it's, the chess gods have to watch.
It's going to be a lot tougher, and the fact of the matter is it doesn't feel like there will be a conclusive ending in the chess round this time, in this next whatever minute that there is left, which means 30 seconds, that Overt Flow has one final chance in the boxing to seal the deal.
Yes.
Otherwise, the final 4-minute round of chess, by time advantage alone,
Yes.
is big in favor of White,
That's
although
right.
the pieces might not.
That's right. Black has 90 seconds here, and he is trying to stall a little bit. He is looking at the match time. It's absolutely a
And
strategy.
in this last 15 seconds, I trained with Chris Broad in the week leading up to this. We got in this low time advantage type of place where even if you're losing on the board, you can play that time and work towards that win condition of your opponent running out. So let's see if he remembers that and puts it into play.
All right, the round is over.
Yeah, that's it. He ends with 1 minute 8 seconds on the clock to Chris's 2 minute and 50 seconds. Over double the amount of time. It will all come down to can each competitor make it to the final chess round.
We have a little blooper, by the way. I'm pretty sure on the bird's eye view, an illegal move was made at the end, I think. Somehow the bishop became a light squared bishop from being a dark squared bishop. That's not allowed. I don't know. The arbiter's got to take care of that on break. So
What a
now
transition. So the way that works rule-wise is when an illegal move is made, it counts as a penalty. A penalty will take a punch off of how the boxing rounds is scored if it goes to stalemate or a draw condition. So those illegal moves do matter. It won't make it lose, but it will matter if it comes to a decision, a judge's decision.
Did you hear that? That was Chris. He was just yelling over at us. He was mad about the queen move. Obviously, he recognizes now that was a bit of a blunder.
Yeah.
But, of course, he still has time advantage in one round of boxing to prove himself. And as we wait for the sky table to lift, big thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this event. NordVPN.com youtube.com/Ludwig is the place to go to get around region lock content. Stop your ISP from seeing where you're going and get 4 months free with a 2-year plan. Thank you to Nord as we enter our 6th and final round of boxing.
Most important part of each of these rounds is the first 30 seconds. How do you manage your state change? Are you psyched up for the beginning of a boxing round? Are you calm enough at the beginning of a chess round? What we just saw is a blunder on the first move of a chess round. Fatigue was still there. Headshots were still there. Whatever it was there. And now we're touching gloves, getting back into the boxing round. Let's see how this first 30 seconds shakes out.
It's actually a minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah, and Chris is actually more urgent. Yeah, he's more urgent now because he's down the queen.
He wants to prove himself in the ring. He's trained for 6 months. When he got that health report in Japan, he turned his life around, and this is his moment to show the gains that he has made.
Summoning everything he has in this last boxing round. A great counterpunch lands by Avert Flow, but Chris is not backing down. He's still coming forward. He's still throwing jabs, trying to get inside the range of Avert Flow.
Oh, big overhand right
by Chris.
And the way Overt Flow moves, walking hands down, big hooks. It's like fighting a Dark Souls monster.
Yeah. That's what I said. It's like a Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, what do you do?
Chris is running around the ring trying to find an opening. It's a clear difference in fighting styles, and about 40 seconds remains. Each of these guys have their final 40 seconds to prove what they've got in this ring.
That's right, and it is a legit style. Fighting with your hands down, baiting shots, it's a counter-punch style. I want you to try to hit me so that you open yourself up and I can come back with a shot when you open up your hole.
25 seconds. They're going to have to put what they have on the line. Tell me what you're seeing here, Matt.
Yeah, another lead hook lands for Overt Flow. That is his go-to punch, and it is still working for him. They're both pawing at each other, finding distance, finding timing.
Smiling, too.
Winding up that right hand.
It's like a 1930s comic.
Or like DK from Smash, right? Whoop, 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 whoop. Boom.
5 seconds remaining in the boxing for this
Overt
matchup.
Flow.
2 seconds. 1.
And
that is it.
Bell rings. Andrew McGregor steps between the two fighters. Back to their corners, gloves come off, and this match will be settled on the chessboard. Let's see how it goes.
Now
so wild.
We talked about the first round of boxing being in Overt Flow's favor, thinking that maybe he was testing out the spacing, what worked, what didn't. But after the 3 rounds, it didn't feel like he was able to capitalize on whatever advantages we might have seen.
Yeah, I think in dynamic, real time, Overt Flow changed his strategy. Because of that queen blunder, now he didn't have to be super aggressive in boxing. He has an advantage on the board, so he can be a little bit more defensive. He can let Chris come at him, and let's see what happens in this chess round if Overt Flow made the right bet of being a little bit more calculated and defensive in the ring.
Yeah, just so everybody watching at home and here live right now, you guys are great, by the way. Give yourselves a round of applause. And, everybody has to understand one thing. Black does not have a lot of time on the clock. And his position is great, but his strategy hasn't been, I'm going to win the chess. He's actually made a lot of moves back and forth and taken advantage of his opponent's mistakes. So he's going to have to play fast or he's going to lose on time.
It's a great point. He's got to move quick now. That time advantage is big, and Chris knows how to take advantage of that. So let's see if they can do it.
Well, also, it's worth noting, this is the first fight that's gone the distance. We are at the 7th round here. And the final round of chess is 4 minutes as opposed to 2. Now, this is by design because it's a 5-0 game, meaning they each have 5 minutes, 0 seconds added per move. That's 10 minutes total.
Yep.
So you have to eventually reach the 10th minute, and that's what this 7th
Same.
round is made for.
That's right. And if you go on chess.com and you pick a blitz game, that 5-minute time control is how most of these fighters trained, knowing that it was going to be 5 minutes, 0 increment.
And you can flag, but not if you're making mistakes, like putting your bishop on the wrong square.
That is correct. And by the way, that has been amended. The bishop is back on its normal square. We're going to get the digital board up in a moment. Basically, look, folks, here's what's going on. Chris had a fantastic game of chess. He was 2 moves away from winning, and he lost everything. That's basically chess
game.
in a nutshell, right? I mean, seriously, like, we've all played chess before. Now he's using the rest of his pieces to generate an attack. He no longer needs to do that. He doesn't have to win by checkmate anymore. He can actually use the clock because this is a longer round of chess.
Absolutely. We'll see if they put those strategies together, if they're able to apply them after that hectic boxing round. Chris, super active, coming forward, throwing shots. Overt Flow relying on his go-to punch, that lead hook over the top. Great boxing round. But let's see how they manage their heart rate. Let's see how they manage their mindset. Let's see if they can play to their advantages.
This is going to start with Chris's first move. Talk to me about the board, Levy.
Yeah, this is not a good position for White, let's put it this way. But when you consider that Black does not have a lot of time on the clock, about a minute and a half in a 4-minute round, that also is not a good situation. It's going to come down to the buzzer. We have a bird's eye view here of the board. Maybe we can get a little zoom in of how much time the players have remaining. It's a very tense situation indeed, but I don't like the fact that Chris is taking so much time.
The timer is not counting down, so the ref is fixing that now.
Oh, no.
Far right button.
Okay, looks like some
There we
issues
go.
with the
We're
timers. Bit of technical difficulty to work
Oh,
through
it's
right
an
now.
unlimited chess game. They just play with no clock. We'll just be here until midnight.
Yeah, we'll see if who can figure out how to figure out a checkmate.
White just moved.
We're
Time
just
in.
the
Black
chess.
to move. Timer.
That's what he said. Listen, there's a lot of pressure. You normally set a chess clock around 40 people in a chess tournament.
And time in. We're back.
And there we go.
Yeah, this is 300,000 people watching online. Thousands in the arena. Let's give it up. These two fighters have poured their heart out in the ring, both with the brains and the brawn. This will guarantee a winner, either by timeout, stalemate, or checkmate. Those are the 3 ways it can happen.
That's right. And right in the middle of the board, Overt Flow had an outpost, a pawn protecting a power piece, and that was broken up by Chris Broad, taking that pawn, that protector, with his knight.
Black has 1 minute and 10
Wait,
seconds
Levy, right
remaining.
here. The knight is blocking F2.
Oh, he took the rook. Oh, no, that is a massive, massive mistake by White. And by the way,
Wait, why?
Oh, he lost the
Let
rook.
the
And
rook hang.
hello. That's, you know what happens when pawn gets the other side of the board? Oh my goodness, Black is completely winning, but he has no time to prove it.
And he doesn't defend the pawn advancing. He could get a queen right now. And
Yes, he can.
doesn't.
But he doesn't. He doesn't. And he hasn't pressed the clock. He hasn't pressed the clock. Guys, he hasn't pressed the clock.
Wait, Chris just
He made it.
He
should just sit there and think, there he did it.
Chris just
He
helped
did it. He
him
did it.
out.
That's
The
how.
50 seconds on Overt Flow's clock right
And what's the match time? Like, what's the match clock situation? We don't
He's
even
moving
know.
his other pawn. He's moving his other pawn.
Yes, he doesn't. He forgot that his pawn is on the board and they can queen.
They both did. What is going on?
Oh my
Shuffle
God,
the
it's right
pieces.
there. It's right there. You can get a queen, dude.
There's
Oh my
2 total minutes
Yes.
left on the match clock. There will be a winner guaranteed. 45
Yes.
seconds for
Wow,
Overt.
Yes.
every move is is not the pawn getting a queen.
Yeah, he doesn't see it. He simply doesn't see it. Oh my gosh, he can have another queen on the board right now.
Looks like Chris moved his king up so there can be no attacks in the back rank, which might even stop Overt Flow from noticing what he has.
And by the way, do you see there's 2 queens on the side of the board? That is literally for this situation.
Yeah.
So if you have 1 queen on the board, you can get a second one.
I wonder if Chris is just like poker facing this, like knows it's there but knows he hasn't watched it. He's just letting it be.
90 seconds remaining overall, and how much time for Black? About 30 seconds, if I'm seeing that correctly.
My heart
35
is
seconds
racing.
left for Black.
So
35.
Black has to win by checkmate, or it's over. Black has to win by checkmate, or this entire round is over, right?
All right, Chris is advancing the bishop.
Boom.
Oh, he hasn't pressed the clock.
Queen
He hasn't
takes
pressed the
in
clock.
check.
He's not
And
pressing the clock.
Gets the queen back.
He didn't press the clock. Overt Flow with so many technical errors. 24 seconds
24
remaining.
is- White has to move. White just has to go. 1 minute remaining on the
Keep
match
moving,
clock.
Chris.
And 20 seconds remaining for Black, but now less than a minute for White as well.
Someone will be crowned a winner, whether it's in 21 seconds or a minute. We have not yet seen. Both rooks are
Coming into
deep
play.
into territory for Overt
Oh
Flow.
no, Chris has to move. Chris has to make a move.
Oh my God.
Oh,
A check comes into play.
Oh no.
he's going to move the
There's a
queen.
chance White loses on time. This is one scenario we haven't even considered. White might lose the game on time. It's going to be so close. 30 seconds
15
remaining.
seconds left for Black.
As long as he keeps making moves, Chris goes to defend the pawn. He's going to, oh, he doesn't make the rooks into a file. 12 seconds for Overt Flow.
Oh my gosh.
A take by the pawn. King takes.
10 seconds to
10
go for
seconds
Black.
remaining for
Rook
Black.
check.
And
Rook
it's checked by White.
Oh, and he doesn't see it.
No,
That's an illegal move.
That's an error.
Illegal
That's
move.
an error. It's a check. Judge comes in.
Illegal move.
Illegal move. Overt Flow moved his rook when he was in check. Overt Flow's gonna have to stop that.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
No! Oh.
Holy shit, there's like 6
Ah, I
seconds,
did
7
not mean to
seconds.
do
We're
that.
resetting the time.
Oh my
right back to
fucking
before the illegal move.
So many pieces on Black.
Here we go.
side.
6 to go.
5.
He has to make a move.
Wait, no, not yet. Blocks.
Oh
4
my
seconds.
God. Check by Black Rook.
A discovered check, but he
One.
doesn't recognize another mistake from Overt Flow.
And that's time.
And this time has run out.
And that's time.
They've called it.
Chris
Wait for it.
Broad by time.
That's a win.
Black gets it.
A legend.
Let's hear it.
A legend.
Quarter down to the final
a true underdog story.
Business winning after blundering the queen.
And there was another queen blunder. The pawn could have become a queen.
Don't forget losing the boxing round. He literally lost everything except for the time, and he won on time.
Holy shit, my heart rate was raising. And what a smart play by Chris. Although at the end there, he did have no advantage except for time, he made a discovered check with his rook and he moved the king out of the way. In overt flow, a new chess player didn't realize that moving the king means, oh, someone else is now looking at my king, and that's a check.
Yeah, the mistake there, just kind of throughout the game for overt flow, is he was playing, and he was playing up to speed. First he was playing slow, then he was playing up to speed, but he didn't play the game with a demand. He wasn't trying
cannot
to
believe
knock
that.
the king out until the very end, and then his time ran out.
And what a performance. Obviously, we have Jerma on stage. He's going to interview our winners and our players. Jerma, take it away.
That was unbelievable. Overflow. We got to talk. We got to talk overflow. So you lost on time.
I know.
What happened?
You know, he's Mr. Affable. His calves are huge, and his chess game is even bigger. Absolutely amazing job. Very proud of him for getting in there, and I appreciate that he accepted a fight with me when it was supposed to be somebody else. I had a great time, and thank you, Ludwig. Thank you, Happy Punch. Thank you, Mogul Moves Boxing. You're the man. Appreciate you guys.
You put on a hell of a match. Hell of a match. Hey, come on over here. So you lost to Queen. I did. And walk us through that.
The moment I lost the queen, I was like, I'm done. I fucked it, right? Because PJ's punches were so much stronger than mine, so much better at box than I am. And I thought, straight after that first round, I was like, if I have to go 2 more rounds, I'm fucked. So to get to that last round of chess, I knew I had an extra minute. I thought I could win it. Fuck me, that was close, though. That was like the full fucking experience. But thank you so much to Nicholas Patas, my coach, to Yorske, back home as well, to my friends, family, viewers for supporting me, and for Sharla for putting up with me. Thank you.
You guys went all the way. What an unbelievable match. Give it up for your winner, Chris Abroad in Japan.
There he is, raising the bell to 300,000 online, thousands in person. He had a journey, a goal at the start of the summer to be the fittest he's ever been. Not only is the fittest, he's the smartest, barring a queen blunder.
Hey, smartest at managing time for sure. And the most commendable thing that I can say about Chris in that match is that third boxing round. What he just said is like he was feeling those stronger punch by overt flow. It's easy to quit in that state. And he came back in that third round. He was super active, coming forward, throwing jabs, trying to get inside after that queen blunder. A lot of people would quit. He had the courage to continue. Big props to Chris Abroad.
And that was a great fight. We still have 5 more fights for the night. It's not over yet, but we're going to head to a quick commercial break as we preview our next fighters currently shadow boxing. We got Hugs going up against Toph right after this break.
Are you bored of the same old content? And see which of your favorite streamers are already creating adult content on Fansly. Additionally, Fansly has a whole algorithm dedicated to discovering new content and creators through the Fansly For You feature. Swipe and discover today at fansly.com.
Yo, Clay, gonna cash app you some gas money for last week.
Here's mine.
Here you go, Capitan.
Come on, guys, I don't need gas money. It's the principle, man.
It's the principle. It's the principle.
That's money, that's cash app. Hey, Kamitch, cash apping you for the fantasy league. Got it. By the way, Kittle hasn't paid yet.
I've been busy.
That's money, that's cash app.
Hey everybody, Schlatt here. I love you. Head over to StarForgeSystems.com and pick up one of our awesome awesome computers ranging from entry level to top of the line next gen. Or you're dead to me. That includes you, Ludwig. You are not my friend. So what are you waiting for? Go to StarForgeSystems.com.
A couple of our commentators talking to Chris Broad after his win over Overt Flow. 4 of our bouts down. We got 5 more to go still. A little under halfway through the night. How do you guys feel?
I feel great. That was sick. 7 rounds. We got all the chess. We got all the boxing. And it came down to a man who was left with literally nothing and still winning.
Yeah. Yo, my heart is still racing. Like, that came down to the final seconds. There were mistakes on both ends. We saw a ton of courage, a ton of skill, and some not-so-skill. But what an ending.
And let's preview, because, again, I said we have 5 cards left. The next one we're going to see is Hugs versus Toph. We'll get to that one in just a bit. After that, we have the highest-rated chess boxing match in chess boxing history, when GM Amon will be going up against International Master Lawrence Trent. Talk to me about that. I mean, we've never seen that before.
No, we haven't seen that at all.
Yes, we are.
When you conceptualize
But
the
it
sort of
did.
scaling of chess
Oh, I'm
boxing,
trying to
it's
turn off my video for you.
2 title players who show up and will give you high-quality chess and hopefully high-quality boxing. I mean, they've taken it very, very seriously. They're in great shape. One cut weight, one gained some muscle. And this is like the peak of both of these sports coming together. Maybe not the boxing. There's better boxers.
I can't tell you how many times after chess boxing matches, going to the bar with our little community, we've just like marveled and visualized and hoped for a matchup like this.
We'll get
Really
to that
high
one
ELO.
in just a bit, though. But first, we got to shout out our next matchup. It's going to be a very high ELO matchup. Of all the people who don't have titles, of all the non-titled matchups, the highest rated, 1,400 versus 1,800. Of course, I'm talking about Hugs versus Toph, and I'll let Jerma take it away right after our video telling the story of these 2 fighters.
I'm Toph. I'm a Super Smash Bros. Melee caster, streamer, and I've known my opponent Hugo for a long time. Looking forward to beating his ass.
So my name is Hugo, aka Hugs. I am a former Smash Pro player and now just focusing on content, streaming, YouTube, stuff like that.
Give me a prediction for the fight. Is it you winning by checkmate, knockout, a draw? Does Hugo win?
It's a good question, yeah. And, I've run through all the simulations in my head, right? So, I mean, the obvious, discrepancy is that I'm higher rated than Hugo at chess. So there's a very real element in terms of the strategy here that says I should just try to crush him at chess and I should Floyd it up in the ring.
Do you feel more confident in chess or boxing?
Definitely boxing. I feel more confident in boxing because in chess, he's got about 400 rating points on me in Rapid, and I think on Blitz, he's got like 600. But if I hit him in the head a couple of times, I think his rating's going to get a whole lot worse.
What's your biggest fear?
Honestly, my biggest fear with the event is, and I've talked about it with my coach, it's not even me or my opponent. It's what's it going to be like boxing with the crowd. Like, I have no idea I've played Melee with a crowd behind me, but I've definitely never been in a boxing ring with a crowd the size of the Galen Center. I don't know that there's any true way to prepare for that, but I've been trying to center myself mentally as best I can.
Is there anything you want to say to your opponent?
Yeah, no hard feelings, man. I know that you're going to take this as seriously as I am, so it's going to be a good fight. And whatever happens, it happens. But I am going to go in there and I'm going to try to knock you out.
My coach always says, I respect anyone who gets in the ring in the first place. I feel that way about my opponent, Hugo, but watch yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our Fansly player introductions. Coming in first in the white corner, weighing in at 163 pounds at 5'9". Ladies and gentlemen, Toph.
But I gotta hit a sub goal though. It's been a while, it's time for a new flow. I'm chilling, that's too cold. I'm taking a shot at Hugo. How in the fuck you still losing the draft? And it's truly upsetting. I've been stomping that dude since 07 and we got baseball hat. Alex and Chew Gat. I'm leaving them dudes flat. You can't even do that. Don't get me wrong, we ain't talking bad players, but you can't even sleep without nightmares. Pull it back, hit you with a slow flow. Make the comeback like 2 stocks with Sopo. Get back to labbing. If you spend some time playing it, you might stop losing the Falcon and maybe even the Gambit. I still have faith. Get back to the big stage.
Matt,
Before
you've
that.
done athletic collabs with these guys. Talk to me.
And in the black corner, weighing in at 165 pounds, at 5'7", the DreamHack Dallas 2019 World Champion, Dignitas Hugs.
To his boxing training, and oh my God, does he pack a punch. Between Hugs and Toph, Hugs has been grinding on the boxing side of things and is ready to go. Toph is no slouch, though. He's been training. He's lost over 20 pounds for this match, and I can't wait to see these two old friends come together in this clash.
Yeah, 10 years of friendship. They have known each other more than any other competitor. And they've, time and time again, I've asked them, like, repeatedly, we'll remain friends. They've said that. They'll remain friends regardless of the outcome, but I know they both want to win. They're taking it very serious.
We have another example of a matchup as we take a look at the tail of the tape of a bit of a mismatch between apparently the boxing, potentially, and the chess. But let's talk about the stats first.
Yeah, so this is the raw stats. It's very close. I mean, a couple inches of height for Toph, a little bit of reach. And Hugs is an older competitor, our oldest competitor here today, but also one of the fittest. He has a powerlifting background. He's always been in shape, and Toph has mostly been a gamer until he started training for this event. So there's an advantage going into it, but Toph had a little bit longer to train because this is the last-second fill-in for Sardosh, who wasn't able to make it. So what do you think about just the physicality of it, Matt?
Absolutely. He had enough time to train to lose 20 pounds. That is a crazy transformation. And talking to Toph, he plans to continue his boxing training, continue his chess, playing in rated tournaments. As the highest rated chess player that isn't a career chess player in this event, expect to see some incredible chess from Toph and great boxing from both competitors. Hugo, that athletic background, that powerlifting applied to boxing, and Toph with a lot more reps over the course of almost 5 months.
And right now, as you can see, folks in the arena, the QR code on screen, scan it, predict who will win. But let's hear from the crowd. Do you guys have Toph winning? Toph feeling up the crowd. What about Hugs, his competitor?
Big cheers for
Loggers.
Yeah, very equal. Now, of course, the crowd by vote has 69% in favor of Hugs here. But they might not know Tale of the Chess Tape, Levy.
Yes, that is correct. I think we're seeing another example of the last two matchups where one guy is a slightly underdog in the chess, but has the powerlifting background, has a little bit more physical fitness. But what we just saw in the previous fight was that doesn't always mean that you're going to knock a guy out. Boxing is a lot harder than walk in there and it's all over, one punch, right? And so if you can chip away with the chess, which I think that Toph has been doing, I'm going to let them put in their noise-canceling headphones. We'll talk about the chess a little bit more. Toph is 1,800. Toph is better than 99.99% of chess players.
Is that real?
Yes, of course.
Am I in
1,800
that?
is
Am I in that?
No, but he is. You're actually like maybe 70th percentile.
Okay,
a lot of new players got into chess in the last couple of years. 1,800 is really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. He has a very high understanding. He could just focus on the chess and win. It's not going to be scattered like the last game. Blunders, illegal moves. This is going to be a really serious game of chess.
And a lot of chess boxers employ that strategy.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, I know I am game busters at chess. I'm going to be defensive. I'm going to stay away from my opponent. And I'm going to max out my advantage on the board.
And today, for the first time, we have a matchup where Ludwig was telling me Toph prepared for his opponent.
Yeah, I had interviews with both of these competitors. Hugs talked about how Toph might take it a little easier on the chess, more focused on the boxing aspect of it. Toph said, fuck that.
Yeah.
He has trained hours every day specifically for Hugs' defense.
Yes,
He's
the
playing
French
black-
defense. And I do believe it is on the board. He knew that when Hugs won the coin toss, he was or lose it or whatever, he was going to pick the black pieces. And right now we have a Rubinstein French and a blunder of a pawn early
by Hugs.
And that bishop is pointing right at that rook. You need to figure this out. You need to save that rook. How is Hugs going to do it?
Oh my gosh, this is actually crazy. There is a ridiculous tactical combination here. If bishop takes bishop, the queen will come out and give a check. I know it's tough to see with the bird's eye view, but that's why it looks like, yeah, and he takes it, he's thinking, and now queen comes out and he spotted it instantly.
Now, what does this tactic gain you here?
So he won a pawn, and he's weakened the black king substantially, and he's played every move instantly, which means really bad. He's memorized this before the game even began.
That's right, and he has the potential to take away Hugs' castle. So if the check is blocked with his queen, he's gonna have to retake with his king. Once you move the king, you can no longer castle, right, Levin?
Yes, that's correct. And I think Hugs is going to try to avoid that. Right now, I don't know what Toph is thinking about. He has to play queen takes bishop. He literally has nothing to think about.
Now, this was the general strategy for Hugs. He won the coin flip, which meant he gets to pick white or black. Generally, white is the advantageous side to play on by a little bit.
Yes.
He chose to play with the black side because he likes the French defense.
Yes, but Toph studied literally all his games.
Yes.
So he knew everything he was going to do prior, and right now he has what we call in chess a slight advantage. But that doesn't mean anything, all right? Because black is good enough right now, as you see, to consolidate. He's worse, but he's not lost. And he's good enough to play a full game of chess and not get to a dead, completely dead position.
And the same way that Toph prepared in chess for Hugs, Hugo Hugs prepared for boxing. He knew exactly how much time to use in order to maximize his time in the ring, and we're about to see him be able to use that advantage right now.
Yeah, Toph got an early lead in the chess. In fact, he's looking at the board right now. He's maybe even studying what he's going to play after the boxing is over. This is everything we wanted from this matchup. Toph has an early lead, but his opponent is good enough to not lose the game. He's good enough to not lose the game like the whole way through. He's worse, but he's not lost, and now the boxing is going to kind of apply that pressure to him.
And while we wait for the Sky Table to lift up, we have to have a big shout out to one of our greatest partners, Chess.com. They've helped massively to make this event come to life. They've also come in as a sponsor. They're an official training partner site for all the competitors. You can learn and have fun with different game modes, discuss all the good times that you might have when you guys head over there to chess.com with me over at Twitter. You guys can tweet me out, and maybe I'll play a game with a couple of you guys.
Also, you can just play the Ludwig bot. Like, you can just, literally just queue up a game. You can play Ludwig. You can play Mr. Beast.
You're not going to beat him. I'm phenomenal. Okay, no, you won't.
Someone in the crowd just, I win. And Cutie's bot, if Cutie's bot loses, blames me.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It's all Levy's fault.
And here we go, the official Andrew giving the rules, prompting to touch gloves, going back to the corner, about to start the boxing round, keeping us safe, keeping the rules intact, and we are seconds out from the first boxing round between Toph and Hugs.
90 seconds on the clock, first of possible 3 rounds of boxing. Toph's been training a little bit longer in the boxing, but Hugs has been training with much tougher opponents, sparring against stands.
You can already see the leg differences, right? Like, Hugs is very strong on his feet, throwing steady punches.
I really like Hugs' head movement. He is slipping side to side, working his way inside of Toph's reach. A nice bully of a jab coming in.
Ooh, to the body as well.
Past the guard of Toph. Toph good with his nice quick jab, keep
Oh!
A nice slip and lead hook.
He rocked him! Oh, he hurt him!
Stoppage. First stoppage for Hugo. What a freaking land. 2 crosses come right over the top of the lead hand for Toph and land clean on the chin. Andrew steps in to give a stoppage, and we're back to the action.
And just to fill everybody in watching at home, you get max 3 stoppages in a round. If they have 3 stoppages, it's a technical knockout. 4 in the total.
Another big right hand lands over the top.
That's the second stoppage. Yep, the second stoppage of the round. He has 1 more to go before the round is over.
And I love the pacing. I love the pacing.
Oh, and the fight is over.
And there it is, called.
Waved it off.
Looking in the eyes of Toph, seeing the stun. It is called in the first boxing round for Hugo. Toph totally heartbroken that it was called. And Hugo looking around the ring, looking into the crowd.
Wants to fight someone else.
Asserting his dominance. He's ready to keep going.
Yeah, he's ready to keep going. I mean,
talk to me about that call, Matt. How do you feel about that? We're going to look at some replays powered by Starforge here.
Absolutely. The 3 biggest shots of the match were landing
what a fucking corporate. Ludwig loves money.
In the time in between the 2 stoppages, I think Andrew rightfully stepped in to prioritize the safety of the fighters, looking at Toph's eyes, checking his gloves, and calling and wasn't able to continue.
Was it true that in his player card it said he hadn't thrown a punch until November 7th, 2022? Is that accurate?
About Hugs?
Hugs.
Yeah, I believe so.
That's insane.
Yeah.
He looked so good.
Yep. Someone else who stepped in on relatively short notice, totally poured himself into the boxing training, and clearly it paid off.
He got that good in like 30 days?
He looks fucking phenomenal.
He was unreal.
And of course, now we have to let Germa talk to our competitors. Take it away, Germa.
Toph, come on over here, Toph. So, during that first round, I see you got a little bit of blood going on the nose here. How do you feel?
Actually, you wouldn't believe it. It feels amazing.
Good.
I love that energy.
Endorphins, baby.
Let's give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
That was the first thing I realized, man. My first sparring session. Like,
Get it.
It don't look
There it
that bad. It feels good.
Well, the energy is there and the heart is there too. Excellent job, Toph. Let's go ahead and announce the winner. Your winner is Hugs. Nice voice crack. Hugs. Now I'm going to scooch over this way because we have to get. We're going to talk to you because that was very impressive, very quick.
Thank you. First, I want to shout out my amazing opponent. I know he fucking grinds, so I knew that I had to put everything into it to even be in the ring with him, to be on the board with him. I know how much he grinds, so nothing but respect for you, Toph.
No, unbelievable. You deserve it. Take the belt. Pound it. Give it up for these two. Congratulations. Good fight. Let's go back to the desk.
And another huge example of being down on the chessboard and having to step up, bring everything he had to the boxing round. Like Hugs knew he did not want to go against another Toph again in a chess round. Came with a big overhand right and finished Toph.
He should sign up for every single influencer boxing match moving forward. He will be like the champ. He was so good. I saw very early. Toph was kind of like tippy taps, which happens. It happens to me too. I was boxing a little bit. I mean, Hugs just stood there and threw like crazy. He was incredibly technical.
Reminded me of Tyson, man. That head movement, getting in tight, throwing a
high
punch.
praise, Matt.
Yo, he's got a
the
Tyson
Michael
style.
variety.
Yo, that little peekaboo style, coming in tight, landing those overhand rights. I could see a little Tyson energy in Hugs.
I mean, he slipped and threw an uppercut. Nobody who's boxed for a month does that. I mean, I can barely throw an uppercut. I'll herniate 4 discs in my back. He's really been boxing for one. I'm like stunned.
He looks phenomenal. He looked phenomenal in a month. And honestly, I have to give one more shout out to Toph for the words he said at the end. It does not feel like his time boxing is done.
No.
And if we get the opportunity to run another one of these events, then I'm sure he would be one of the first to hit me up to join it.
Dude, his chess is so on point. He looked good in the boxing. He just went against a fucking killer.
Yeah.
Those overhand rights, man, like that, those are real shots from Hugs. And props to Toph for putting a smile on at the end with a little blood in it.
I love that.
And having a great mindset, great heart. Props to both fighters.
He wanted to keep going, too.
He did.
He honestly would have kept fighting.
But, gentlemen, I want to keep going to nordvpn.com/chessboxing. That's right. I did get the URL wrong the first 3 times. I know. It might seem like I'm in the ring, but I'm not. However, you can get in the ring against your ISPs when you download NordVPN and use the URL nordvpn.com/chessboxing for 4 months free on a 2-year deal. Helps you hide the websites you're going to from your ISPs in case maybe you're getting shut down because you're trying to get some ROMs because maybe there's like a game that you want to play online and like, I don't know, hypothetically. And also it helps you get around region-locked content. So thank you to NordVPN for being a proud sponsor of this stream. And let's take a look at our next card. And this
I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to get in the ring with my ISP. Thank you, Nord. I'm sick of support
Matt Thomas versus Spectrum. Chessboxing world champ kills Spectrum.
This next fight is so exciting.
Let's just talk about it. Yeah. We previewed it a little bit. Yeah. This is a Grand Master of Chess, the hardest title to achieve. Yep. It's what like maybe 1,000+ people have right now.
About 1,300 people currently walking the planet have this title.
Very difficult to achieve, and one of them is Aman.
Yes.
A.k.a. Chess Bra, who is going to be going up against Lawrence Trent, an international master, the penultimate title, one step away from Grandmaster.
Yes.
This is the highest level chess boxing match in terms of chess that's ever been broadcast in the history of the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sport is still so young. There's still so many innovations left to happen. And you start getting some high brain power, high ELO guys like this coming into the sport. Anything's possible. Like, we're only 20 years old. We start getting some guys like this. Like, I can't wait to see what comes out of this kind of matchup, what new strategies, what kind of highlights. It's incredible.
Well, hey, let's not do the talking. Let's let these competitors tell us the story of Lawrence versus Aman.
Introduce yourself. Hey, what's up? My name's Aman Hambleton, Grandmaster in chess, complete noob in boxing. boxing, but pretty excited about this chess boxing event because honestly, like, I think I'm probably the highest rated guy to ever do it. Man, I
This
might
is
also
crazy,
be
by the way.
worst boxer to ever do it, but I swear I'm the highest rated chess player.
I'm Lawrence Trent. I'm from London originally. I live in Berlin. I'm an international master in chess.
Why did you sign up for a chess boxing event?
Well, I belong to a chess boxing club in Berlin. In fact, the creator of chess boxing as a sport, where it is now, his name is Iba Rubin. He was really the godfather of this sport, and I got to know him when I moved to Berlin. He was really the godfather of this sport. He created the infrastructure that exists today, and I got hooked on it.
I just feel like this is such a Lawrence thing. You know, I just feel like chess boxing is like made for Lawrence Trent. I think you excel if you're not necessarily the best in either category, and we know Lawrence is not that great in chess, so I just feel like it's kind of a good thing.
Are you happy with your opponent?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I like Aman. I've known Aman, for years. We're not super close or anything. I think he's a cool dude, but he picked a really bad time to fight me because I've got a lot I want to get out. It's been a tough few months for me, and unfortunately, he's the guy I'm going to get it out on, and he's in for a pretty brutal time in there.
Is there anything you want to say to Lawrence?
Honestly, I feel like Lawrence is kind of the one saying things to me. He's a really chatty guy. He likes to sell a... No, I don't have any special message for Lawrence, but I just think that he's probably at best.
If he survives the boxing and manages to luck out in the chess, that's the way he's going to win. There's just no other way.
That's close. It was close, though.
And with that, we are ready for our Fansly walkouts. Take it away, Jerma.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for our sixth fight? Fighting out of the white corner, at 6 foot even, weighing 183 pounds. Give it up for Aman.
Now, of course, Aman, the GM that we are talking about, as he said, the highest rated...
Money check, flag check,
what?
trip check,
Oh,
cut the
shit.
check. You know I say fly like a jet. I'm a triple threat, watch me flex. Money check,
performance. We got a
flag
live
check,
performance.
trip check, cut the check. You know I say fly like a jet. I'm a triple threat, watch me flex. I'm original, not fictional. Haters hate on me cause I'm miserable. Fans love me as an individual. Went from viral cloud to digital. Got on my Twitch, yeah, like whoa. Here comes the trip shot, here comes the goal. Give me my ops, give me my props. I'm licking my chops, shout to my pops. Feeling it me, hustle and save. I've been raised on this big stage. Yeah, you know you can tell I rhyme with ease. God bless me, I didn't have to sneeze. I make other rappers feel like
Coming in all the way from Toronto, Aman's close friend and rapper performing on his behalf. This crowd is going wild.
I think he wrote a diss track or something.
Yeah, what?
Is that what I'm understanding the words to be?
There's a lot of checks in there.
You know what the craziest part is?
What?
That guy's like a 2200 rated player too.
The rapper?
Yes.
What the fuck am I witnessing?
Fucking crazy.
That's pretty fucking cool. Only at a chess boxing event. Well, hey, give it up for Aman one more time.
Guys, I cannot understate how epic this is.
Of course, we have his opponent.
Oh. All right, this is fucking sick.
And fighting out of the black corner, at 5 foot 11, weighing 187 pounds, Lawrence the Immortal Trent.
Oh, that's intimidating.
Are the Jabberwockies here?
Yeah, it looks like they are about to perform. 2 live performances in one night. What a treat. And tell me who that is. He's holding up a
Lawrence Trent is walking out with a picture of chessboxing founder Iba Rubin over his head. An homage to founder of the sport and someone who passed away in 2020 tragically during the pandemic.
Wow.
Lawrence
Okay.
trained with Iba in Berlin. That's how he got his chessboxing start, and he's fighting in his honor this evening.
Wow.
Yo, I cannot wait for this fight. This is what dreams are made of.
Oh, the crowd. And of course, if you are in the crowd, it's your time to take out your phones and predict who do you think will win. A great guess on the last round. Can you go 2 for 2? Let's hear it once for GM Aman. And let's hear it if you think it's going to Lawrence Trent.
This one could seriously go either way.
This fight is so close, and the craziest thing is we actually have
What
zero
a
idea about
sexy.
the boxing. No clue.
And, hey, I think the crowd's right there with
Why
us.
does it
looks
look like
a
what? That makes me
51%,
self-conscious.
52% to 48% in favor of Trent. Very, very
Okay, give me
close. It's
1
basically a
second.
toss-up
I
at
think
this
I might
point.
be.
Crowd doesn't know. The
Let me
only
turn
known
this off.
variables are that there's a slight advantage. Now, talk to me. What's GM versus IM? How big of a difference is that actually?
None. There's no difference. Like,
Actually.
there is a difference in slow chess.
Sure.
There is zero difference here.
You think?
The chess is 100% even.
Okay.
I have a very strong feeling this will be decided in some capacity by the damage that the boxing does.
Absolutely.
Well, let's take a look at the tail of the tape here. It gives us a bit of an idea. Now, there's some advantages, it seems, just by raw stats in terms of weight.
There's a 40-pound gap to start. Aman has gained 15 pounds. Lawrence lost 25. Who does that favor?
Yeah, so losing the weight, Lawrence became leaner and meaner. Gaining the weight, Aman put on a lot more muscle. Both have been training boxing, but Lawrence has been training boxing longer. Aman picked this up months ago when it was slotted for this fight and has taken to it extremely well. I've seen both training and sparring footage from both fighters. It's going to be close.
Now, guys, I've played both of these guys, and I think we're going to get a London system, and we do. A London on the board. Aman's pet line. I've played about 20 times on the black side of a London system when I've played Aman Hamilton in Blitz games. I've played Lawrence a lot less. Already a very sharp position. Bishop has traded for the night.
And right off the bat, we are moving so much faster than the other people. Those first 4 or 5 moves were so much quicker than any of our other matches. So the experience in chess really coming through.
Yeah, we have an early trade in the center. Very stable. This is going to be a very stable chess game.
And
Very
worth
stable.
noting that the coin flip was won by Aman, so he not only is a higher-rated chess player, also by title, he also gets the white pieces. Is that a big advantage here, you think, Levy?
Not really, but he does get to a place of comfort much faster. So they have played these two guys like a 6-game match back in 2019. That's the last time they played any chess against each other. And Aman played 3 London systems against Lawrence then. He drew twice, and he lost 1. But he lost that one on time. He was winning in that game. So he gets to a position of comfort. You see him moving quickly, confidently. He's got a nice position, good space advantage. Very easy moves get to be played in the London system. That's why a lot of people like to play it.
And we're coming up on halfway through the chess round, already a very developed board. Levy, what are you seeing between these two? Any kind of advantage, positional or otherwise?
So it's tough to kind of say it and also digest it to the crowd. Essentially, what I will say is both guys got what they wanted. Aman got a little bit more of what he wanted. He has a very nice and harmonious position. See how all of White's pieces are in the center there? That's nice. We talked about that. Control the center. Control the center of the ring. Control the center of the chessboard. Aman is happier right now, but it is a tiny gap to be happy about. The boxing is about to get underway here in about 30 seconds, and that's really going to be the difference maker.
So I guess because Aman has played against Trent with this exact same opening, and he's never lost it, maybe he doesn't have a good chance of checkmating and winning, but he has a much higher chance of not losing, not
Yes,
getting
and in
checkmated.
terms of player styles, Aman is very stable and consistent. Lawrence can be erratic. He can throw attacks out of nowhere. He takes a lot more risk. He plays a lot more crazy openings and dubious openings, which by traditional standards are not very good. Look for Lawrence to actually start fighting, not just in the ring, but also on the chessboard. Lawrence is looking for something. Aman is squeezing him right now. Not physically. We're going to get to that. And the arbiter is stepping in. We have 5 seconds left on the clock. Aman has an early advantage on the chessboard, but here comes the boxing.
And slight advantage on time to Lawrence Trent. Here we go. This is what it all comes down to. This is the big question mark between these two. Gloves are coming on. They're about to go at it.
It's such a question mark, okay? Because, like, these two guys, I know them so well. I know there's a lot of folks here right now who support various streamers and much bigger influencers, but chess players, I've played both of them. I know both of them. And the last footage we've seen of them training is over 30 days old. We legitimately have no idea. The only people that know how good they are themselves and their coaches.
They went radio silent. Didn't want to give any of that scouting information away. Now, Levy,
No.
have you fought either of these opponents?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
All
no.
right. So again, big question mark coming into the boxing. This is going to determine the pace, the momentum, the rest of the chess game. It all comes down to this. Mouthpieces are going in. Gloves are coming on. Oh, my God.
For folks at home, we're doing gear checks. They're running with no headgear. We also have we're checking every part of the body. That's what I should say here. I mean, we're playing fair both in chess and in the boxing ring. 90 seconds here. Now, I think the first 2 minutes looked amazing in terms of how the chess was played. Right. They played sharp. They played quick. I'm excited to see them play chess after this next 90 seconds.
Yes, and I'm worried for them because they will likely gas out. Like, that is what we've seen a lot.
I want to see straight punches, no slaps.
Okay.
At the break and stop, you step
And in the
back.
ring right now,
Okay.
the man that has overseen more chess boxing matches than anyone else on the planet, Volfango Frizzi, the head of the Italian Chess Boxing Federation and head of rules and regulations for the World Chess Boxing Organization.
Oh, we start early?
Nice, clean jab. Left hand.
This is not what I expected.
Coming up with a big flurry. Both landing shots.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's caught him.
Still landing left and right is Aman. Lawrence sneaking in jabs. Big shots landed for both fighters. So another big. Oh my God, the first knockout of the match. Volfango giving the standing 8 count for Lawrence Trent. Aman hyped as hell in his corner.
That was a massive left hand from Aman Hambleton.
We knew going in he was the better chess player, but I did not know he was the better boxer.
Back to business. Lawrence landing 2 jabs to keep Aman at bay.
Aman's looking for the finish with 45 seconds on the clock.
And halfway through the boxing round.
No defense to be seen from either.
Lawrence grapples, comes to recover, separates, and back to action. All right, a little bit slower pace coming back.
30 seconds. They're going to be a little more tired right there at this point, Matt.
Oh, a couple of big punches from Lawrence.
Lawrence finds his distance, lands a clean cross right over the top, right on the chin of Aman. Oh, a good slip and counter right for Aman.
Oh, he hurt him. Oh, the referee steps in.
Another
Giving him a
stoppage.
second count.
Oh, the fight's over. It is all over. Aman Hambleton by TKO.
Grandmaster Aman wins over Lawrence Trent by TKO.
And Lawrence is fuming. He's not happy with the rest decision. Unfortunately,
So aggravated.
out of our control. At the end of the day, talk to me about the ref, what they get to do, what they get to call.
Yeah, so much momentum was in favor after those stoppages of Aman. Punch after punch landed, stunning Lawrence. Volfango looked in the eyes of Lawrence Trent, made the call that only the ref can call, which is to call the fight in favor of TKO to Grandmaster Aman.
And what are you seeing in those eyes? Is it like not a response? Is it seeming like...
Exactly. When you're struck and there's a potential concussion, you can see a glaze in the eyes, you can see a lack of focus.
Oh, big strikes. You can see the eyes rolling back. That was Aman in his first knockdown. This was the second standing count.
Big shot landing right on the chin, hands up. And you see that stumbling, the lack of control over steps as part of what Volfango saw. He wasn't able to intelligently defend himself. And let's go to Germa in the ring for the interview and the winner.
So that was a crazy one, but your winner by TKO, Aman.
Aman Hambleton, the Grandmaster, takes it down. The two hug it out. Lawrence.
Now, Lawrence, come on over here if you will.
Gonna have a few words, I'm sure.
Now, Lawrence, you seem pretty upset about that last.
Enough. I'm not hurt enough. It's ridiculous. I mean, come on. I've been like, if I'm on the floor, fine. If I'm coherent, I can talk. My eyes are fine. I don't get the stoppage. Like, what's going on?
Well, unfortunately, it's the ref's decision to stop the match, which is unfortunate. But you did fight a hell of a fight.
I didn't. We barely made round one. I'm disappointed, you know.
Well, let's get Aman over here if we could. Aman, congratulations again. Quick fight, but it was a good fight.
I did it.
How do you feel about the chess portion? Everyone thought that was going to be pretty evenly matched potentially.
Was there a chess portion?
How do you feel about the boxing then?
I feel proud. Put in the work and it showed.
You put on a hell of a show, came out aggressive, came out ready to fight, and he's your winner. Aman, your winner.
Let's hear it for Chess Bra.
Wear it proud.
This is the highest rated match ever, and it was not decided by the chess levy. The chess barely mattered.
No, Aman Hambleton looked spectacular with the gloves on. Wouldn't you say, Matt?
Absolutely, yeah. equal position in chess. All came down to boxing like we predicted. And oh my God, those hooks he was landing. I mean, you saw Lawrence hands up, unable to defend himself, got a clean knockdown. Correct me if I'm wrong, but first, like, actually clean knockdown of the entire night.
Of the entire
Put him into the ropes. Ropes couldn't even hold him up.
Yeah.
He went down and couldn't keep it together after that.
Yeah.
Fofango
And
calls
let's talk about the pedigree of the ref, because you said he was the most tenured chess boxing referee in the history of the sport.
That's right. So he's been around since the beginning, since Ipe created the sport. He started the very first event outside of Berlin in Milan, where Fofango's from. He heads up the rules and regulations for the World Chess Boxing Organization. So in terms of people that have seen chess boxing, know how to call it, Fofango's top of the top.
That was incredible.
That was absolutely incredible, and I have to give a reminder to you all to download Cash App, because at the end of the show, after our 9th bout, they have a surprise. It's a huge giveaway for not just the people watching online, but also possibly the people in person. If you get your Cash App on your phone, maybe you'll win some of the thousands that they're giving away. Thank you to Cash App as we go to break with just 3 matches left in the night. We're cruising through.
That we are, yeah. I mean, that one that went the distance, that is like a fully fleshed out chess boxing match. The other two, first round TKOs.
Absolutely.
I mean,
and
boom.
that's to be expected when you have two people who are just a couple months into training. TKOs may be a little more likely. The ref has to be a little more cautious to make sure this person who's literally been training for 3 months doesn't hurt themselves in a way that will impact them for a long time.
Absolutely. All of these individuals make a living not by fighting.
Yeah.
They're streaming, they're using their face, they're using their brain. Safety is of the utmost importance for these matches. And we let them bang, like you just saw. If they go down, they get back up, we let them continue. But, you know, if it comes to some serious damage, a threat of it, we want to prioritize safety.
I do feel for Lawrence, because he obviously put in many hours of training.
Absolutely.
And he probably feels like he could continue. But I really think that if that went another round or two, we would have seen him on just do some incredible stuff in there.
Oh, he is absolutely a fighter. You see how much he wanted to continue despite being hurt. I mean, that's the heart of a champion. You know, no fighter, no real fighter ever wants it to be called. They want to go out on their shield. And Lawrence definitely exhibited that in that match.
Well, let's take a look at the preview for the next fight. This is the one I'm most excited about tonight. It's not our main event, but it's our women's card. Dina, the Russian powerhouse, been talking a lot of trash online, going up against Andrea Botez. The crowd riled up for this one. They are our second highest rated match of the evening, our only women's card, and we'll get to that right after this break.
Yo, Clay, that's money, that's Cash App. Hey, I just Cash Apped you my share for the camping trip.
Yeah, here's mine.
Mine too. Camping trip. Camping trip. Camping trip. Camping trip. Camping trip. That's money, that's Cash App.
Hey everybody, Schlatt here. I love you. Head over to StarForgeSystems.com and pick up one of our awesome computers ranging from entry-level to top-of-the-line next-gen. Or you're dead to me. That includes you, Ludwig. You are not my friend. So what are you waiting for? Go to StarForgeSystems.com.
Are you bored of the same old content? And see which of your favorite streamers are already creating adult content on Fansly. Additionally, Fansly has a whole algorithm dedicated to discovering new content and creators through the Fansly For You feature. Swipe and discover today at fansly.com.
My name is Andrea Botez. I'm a chess streamer and content creator.
Hello, my name is Dina Belenka. I am from Russia. I am a woman grandmaster in chess. I've actually started competing when I was 5.
Why did you sign up for a chess boxing event?
I've always wanted to do some fitness content because it's part of my daily routine, but it's really hard to justify doing something like that full time, and you don't ever have the time to make a full commitment. So this was a rare opportunity to get in the best shape of my life.
I always wanted to do some martial arts. boxing was one of them. And then chess boxing started being popular recently. Like, I think first time I heard about it was like 2015, which is 7 years ago. And out of the blue, I got an invitation from Mr. Ludwig to participate. And I was like, sounds like an offer I could not refuse.
Are you happy with your opponent?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's kind of complicated not to be happy with an opponent who is both weaker on the chessboard and in boxing.
I am up against the Grandmaster, so that is one thing, but I think I have a little bit of an edge over Dina. No offense, but I think I was in better shape to begin with.
So you think you're not only stronger in chess, but also boxing?
That's correct.
Which one do you feel more confident in?
Well, obviously chess. I mean, I have like about 500 rated points more than Andrea, and yeah, chess is gonna be the main part of our show, but my goal is to show good quality boxing, show a great fight, and let everybody enjoy it.
I'm scared of getting checkmated on the board. I feel like it'd be really anticlimactic if I lose in the chess.
What's your biggest fear going into the fight?
To break Andrea's nose, because the face is the moneymaker.
I think it'll definitely be knockout, whether it'll take 1 or 2 or 3 rounds, who knows. My goal is to survive in the chess as long as I can, but I think third try will be a charm.
So you think third round knockout?
The worst case scenario, yes.
The worst case scenario is you knock her out in the third round.
Hopefully I knock her out sooner.
Is there anything else you want to say to your opponent, Andrea?
I wanted us to be friends. I still do. But tonight, we're not gonna be friends.
And what a precedent set by these two competitors. I think it's been the most shit talk we've heard from any of our 9 bouts tonight by far. How do you feel, gentlemen?
Yeah, definitely in recent weeks. Actually, Lawrence Trent was very outspoken against the man. He called him a sorry excuse of a grandmaster. That was a very nice thing to say. But yeah, Dina has said that Andrea Botez will need to start a podcast because she cannot appear on camera after this fight.
Well, that money maker. Yo, no, dead serious. I think this is fight of the night. In terms of like the build up to it, who's fighting, how they're fighting, the way they match up. Of course, there's an advantage for Dina on chess, but oh my God, I've seen some sparring footage on Andrea. Like, she can bang. So let's see how they come together, how they match up in just a few seconds.
Well, hey, we won't stall you guys any longer. Let's kick it over to Germa with our Fansly walkouts. Germa, take it away.
Gonna need you to get loud for this one.
Detonate! Detonate! It says detonate! Not denote!
Fighting out of the white corner at 5'6", weighing 135 pounds, Andrea Botez!
Andrea, the other half of Botez Live, supporting her sister on her walkout. Down she goes, and hype as ever coming into the ring is Andrea.
And she's feeling confident going into this. That's not only her sister, it's her dad in the background having a great time. The Botez family has showed up in full force. The Canadians showing their Canadian colors here today with this dance. And I'm sure they're hyped going into one of the most anticipated matchups of the night. Let's hear it for them too.
Oh, it's a family affair up in here. And I love the energy that they all brought. Dancing together, that's a memory they'll never forget. But here we go, coming into the other fighter.
And her opponent, fighting out of the black corner at 5'5", weighing 125 pounds, Dina!
Dina Belenkaya has a sharp tongue, has been talking trash to all of the competitors today. And Andrea, most importantly, looking fierce. The Jabberwockies making a return.
Yeah, the Jabberwockies are back for Dina Bad Bishop Belenkaya. She's making her way slow, serious, intense to the ring.
Which one do you like more? You like the goofy walkout that Botez's did, or you like this one?
This one's chilling, man.
Yeah.
And you can see that half Russian in her, that dead stare. She is ready for anything that comes.
Yeah, I think the walkouts definitely fit the personalities, but I want to hear from the people in this fucking arena. Use your phones, but also use your voices. If you think the match will be won by Andrea, let me hear it. But if you think it's the Russian Dina, let's hear your voices. Close, close. QR code on screen. They'll vote, and we'll have a prediction pulled up here 54% in favor of Andrea. Now, if we're just talking about raw chess ability, our opening round, it's clearly the biggest gap of the night. Talk to me about it, Levy.
Yes, it is. It is in slow chess in particular, but also in speed chess as well. But they have played against each other online quite a bit, and Andrea has won some of those games.
As recently as 2 weeks ago, they did a mock match on Twitch, and there were 2 games that Andrea bested Dina after doing calisthenics. And I want to talk about that calisthenics part for just a second. When you get your heart rate up, when you get adrenaline in your system, you're using a different part of your brain, a primal part of your brain, that monkey mind, that reptile part, that isn't good at pattern recognition, visualization, or strategic thought. So even if you're way better in chess, if you're using the wrong part of your brain that's used to playing chess, you can make a mistake that you don't usually make. So we'll see how the boxing complicates, especially this matchup coming at, we'll see in the first round regular chess, and then we'll see boxing. Let's see how they come back to the chessboard after that.
And of course, we got the tail of the tape here. The biggest thing to note, the weight differential. So Andrea had to come up a couple of pounds here, come down a couple of pounds, and Dina came up a couple of kilograms here. So there was a 15-pound difference at the peak, and they brought it down to within 10. But a big advantage, I think, 10 pounds.
Yeah, it's more mass, and you can generate more force with that if you know how to use that. So we'll see how much Andrea is trained, how much she can summon into each of her punches to make Dina feel it.
Yeah, but one thing the crowd has to know is that this fight did not exist about 30 days ago, maybe 20 days ago. True. Dina took this fight as a way of potentially getting in the best shape of her life, just like we've seen other competitors, potentially taking on a new challenge or thinking that she's going to put on a spectacle and dominate, the same way apparently Hugs hasn't boxed since a month ago. So I'm very curious to see what that's all going to be about. Andrea's been in shape. Like, she's does a lot of workouts.
Correct, but she also found out about the event at the same time. So this is not like a late added fighter.
Yes,
it was
yes,
a late added card.
Correct.
It was started 6 weeks ago, in part by your efforts, which I'm very excited to have a women's card on this bout. I was trying for a long time to get one, and I couldn't be happier with the match that we're about to see today.
And here it goes. Sitting down at the table is Dina and Andrea, getting the briefing from our head chess official from chess.com, Judith.
And by the way, for folks at home, every single match is being live uploaded to my YouTube channel. So if you want to relive the moments, relive the TKOs, the 7-round insane fight with Overt Flow and Chris, those will all be available, as well as multiple language support for this live stream. Maybe you're throwing it up on the TV, Spanish-speaking household. Click that gear, and you can switch over with just a single button to French or Spanish. We have 4 great commentators holding it down in both of those languages. So go take a listen as we get ready to enter our first of possibly 7 rounds in our first chess round.
This is so tense.
Checking all the pieces, putting them right in the center of the square, eyeing each other. Oh my God,
Now,
it's about to go down.
And the headphones are on, so I do just want to say that Andrea Botez is just like Amon Hambleton in the sense that she likes a comfort zone with the white pieces, queen's pawn out 2, and then the bishop out with the London. And we're about to find out what she's going to play, the handshake, and I think it's coming. And Dina actually thinks because she doesn't want to face it.
Yeah.
Bishop F4, another London system.
There's the London. I play the London myself when I chess box. It's a great way to get deep into boxing rounds. It's a safer kind of approach. It's not super aggressive. You can at least get to the mid-game, late game with this if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and by the way, this is a very offbeat way of playing. It's traditionally not good, but in a 5-minute game, it's completely fine. And wow, Black ultra aggressive, looking to capture that London bishop that came out recently. Yeah, Dina wants to imbalance the game as fast as possible and get Andrea out of a comfort zone. Andrea likes to make moves that are quick and natural and be in a space that she's seen before. She has never, ever seen this before, which in chess means it's not that good, actually, but you have to adapt on the fly, overcome, and play well.
Slight time advantage to Dina. Thinking right now, makes a move. Timer back on Andrea. Still in equal position. That knight not taking the bishop, still looking right at it, ready to potentially trade.
And folks at home, now you can see, and in the arena, the digital board as well as the advantage on the right with that eval bar. It'll show you which opponent is in the lead right now, whether it's black or white, and that's powered by chess.com.
Yes, that's correct. We have a pawn advancement in the center. White is better, like I said, because of Black's kind of offbeat approach here. But Dina is doing this deliberately because she can manage this position as the stronger chess player slightly better than her opponent, who now has a 30-second time disadvantage. And now the question will once again become, what role does the box? A very natural idea by White to potentially trade the pawn off and open up the rook.
Only 8 seconds left. Levy, do you see a clear advantage for either player?
No, only on time.
Okay.
This is a great start for Dina.
Okay, all right.
Great start
Time's up.
because of the time advantage, positional advantage pretty equal. Yep. And here we go, headphones off, gloves on. We're about to see a round of boxing between Grandmaster Dina Bad Bishop Belankaya and from Botez Live, Andrea Botez.
And let me tell you something right now. The red gloves have been a sign of good luck. Amon Hamilton wore red, and it was red in the I was going to say the octagon, in the ring. Not yet an octagon yet.
We'll add a few lines.
Yeah.
I think everyone's excited for this. The crowd just at the sound of the chess bell ending, probably with a lack of understanding what was happening. We're really excited to see these two punch each other in the face. So,
I mean, once you tell someone you're going to be a podcaster after I'm done with you, I mean, you gotta back it up.
There's a saying in the Smash community. It goes, talk shit, get hit. But it's easier because you hit each other with video game characters.
Yeah,
here's fists.
Yeah.
Quite literal. There are going to be some hits coming, whether or not you talk trash.
Taunt to get bodied.
That's right. So getting the last instruction from their coaches, making sure all the gear is tight, ready to go. Our official for this match is Martin Kamerling, chess boxer out of the Netherlands, competing in the last 2 world championships. And as recently as 2 months ago in Paris, he'll be overseeing the boxing, giving the instruction in just a second.
I'm fucking excited for this, dude. I'm so pumped for this.
Dude, you can feel the tension in the air. Like this whole stadium, the packed out stadium, everyone is waiting for the next 30 seconds when that first punch lands. Oh my God.
Let's let the referee take it away for
All right,
instructions.
we went over the rules. We're
Andrea
gonna hit
was
each other
ready
from
to
here until we went over the rules. We're gonna hit each other from here until here. If I say break, take a step back. If I say stop, you stop. Touch hands if you want. We're gonna have a good clean fight. We're gonna go back to your corner. Touch hands. Touch hands. Touch hands.
They're
You want to touch
refusing
hands?
to touch. They refuse to touch.
Okay, back to your corners.
Finally, they
back
do
to your
it.
corners.
Oh
back to your corners.
They're so laser focused they can't even hear the ref.
Judge, ready? Time ready?
Our first round of
Are
boxing.
you ready?
90 seconds.
Are you ready?
Ref's ready to call it.
Fight!
Here we go. First round underway. Dina and Andrea. Andrea coming out with big jab, throws a big overhand right, a whiff, and some punches landed to the temple for Andrea. Nice and busy with the jab is Dina, using her advantage.
A strong overhand right from Andrea. A lot of early swings. Remember, both these competitors very new to the sport of boxing. A max of 6 weeks of experience.
Strong right hand lands for Dina right down the middle, timing her opponent as she opens.
what the heck?
Not turn around and windmill. That is not allowed.
What is this, UFC?
That was
It is an octagon, Levy.
Wow.
Another jab. Oh! Big hook lands, lead hook for Andrea. One to the body.
Dina's mouth wide open.
Starting to
She's
set in.
succeeding.
A
Yep.
jab snaps the head back at Dina.
Oh, I'm not seeing that broken nose coming out. How do you feel, Matt?
Still is Andrea. I see the gas tank of Dina going a little bit
30
slower.
seconds.
Andrea's super high energy.
Yeah, it seems like Andrea has not slowed down. Her stamina, one of her greatest traits, because before boxing, she was huge into fitness content, and she seems to have no signs of slowing down.
Yeah.
Good jab up the
Strong
middle
jab.
by Andrea. A big sweeping hook goes just wide.
15 seconds to go.
Low time.
Oh, seems like Dina's just hoping for the 10 seconds to wrap up.
Right.
Oh!
And there it is. 10 seconds left. Final seconds of the round coming up. 3, 2, 1. Time. Surviving that boxing round is Dina. Clear advantage to Andrea. Not even breathing heavy as she goes back to her corner. Dina rested on the top rope, getting some water from her coach. Helmet is coming off. They're about to go back to the chessboard. Levy, what do you think is going to happen at the beginning of this round? Just looking at the body language of the two fighters.
This reminds me of the second Smash fight when you could see on the stool the exhaustion, the inability to
Kalindi
get
versus Fiction, where he was leaning over, trying to get some breath when he could.
Yes.
Andrea standing up straight. Here's a couple Starforge replays. You could see the hits connecting from Andrea. There was a lot. There was a lot.
And even if they didn't connect, just the impact against the gloves, right, Matt? The impact against the headgear. You just saw Dina backing up a lot. She is fatigued. She hasn't had enough time to get in shape.
That was that big combo, the jab, and that
4-punch combination all landed clean. Hooks and uppercuts. Inside fighter is Andrea. really naturally moving inside the range of Dina. Dina has a nice jab, though. She landed that nice, like, quick popping jab, keeping Andrea at bay, but I would say more significant strikes were landed for the red corner for Andrea.
I mean, and just, again, the exhaustion of being in a boxing ring for 90 seconds. You've never done it. It's miserable. I did my first boxing lesson. He said, do jumping jacks for 60 seconds. I was out for 2 weeks after that. That was jumping jacks. So to see Andrea bouncing around still in her corner, and Dina lying on the top rope, I feel like it might impact the chess play when we head into our second round of chess.
And we're about to find out. Both ladies making their way back to the stools, back across the board from each other. Headphones are going on, earplugs are going in, and we're about to see another chess round between these two competitors.
Yeah, a very good start, I would say, for Dina. She needs an advantage somewhere, right? She doesn't have the advantage, not necessarily even in the boxing, but the fitness level. So queen to d2 played by Andrea. She's looking to win that pawn. Black needs to defend in the center. And she's definitely cerebral enough to, wow, counter-strike, by the way, ignoring the threat completely on this pawn and opening up a counterattack on the knight if the capture occurs, which it did not. There was an attack on White's king, so a very tense position. Dina has to step on the gas here, because if not, Andrea might end it in the next boxing round.
Yeah, and just talk to me about how deadlocked this position is. The London, known for being a bit boring, why?
It's because of what you're seeing. It's very easy to play with the white pieces, just sort of make moves, and you don't have to think a whole lot. And that's
pushing the envelope in the boxing round, seeing if Dina can keep up.
And by the way, if you take this knight, I take this knight, and I've opened up an attack on this king. I mean, Dina's really trying to shred it open. This is the most kind of back and forth matchup I think we've had in chess versus the boxing segment.
And the crowd is hushed because there's clearly a big confidence in Dina.
Whoa, White Castle. Dina should have taken the knight, I think, but that move is also okay. She's got a massive buildup, and she has 30 seconds. I don't think that's enough time to land a fatal blow, but she's going to push her pawn forward. White's king is being ripped open.
Dina's playing so strong for somebody who we thought was exhausted.
But she's not hurt. I think she's exhausted, but she hasn't been rocked. That's the difference.
And it's different. A first round in chess, sometimes it wakes you up, being able to move, getting hit. Like, it can actually improve your chess, but what we may see later in the round.
Andrea has half of Dina's time, by the way, nearly. And 5 seconds, Dina's launching everything. I mean, Dina's very well could win this in the next chess round.
And there's the time. Dina with the last move, putting the clock back on Andrea. So when they come back, the time advantage is going to be ticking for Andrea. Helmet's going back on, gloves going back on, water going in the mouth, getting ready for another boxing round. And the Fansly Sky Table is about to be hoisted back up towards the ceiling.
Gentlemen, I am not exaggerating when I say that unless Dina gets seriously cracked in this round, and even if that is the case, if she makes it out of this boxing round, she might put the game away in the next 10 moves. She has a very powerful attack brewing. Both players know that. So what are we going to see here in the fisticuffs?
I think we're going to see a lot of aggression from Andrea. She has a red in her eyes. She's getting her gloves on, and Dina's getting psyched up, ready to survive this round and get in some shots of her own.
And as the table rises up and these competitors get ready to box, you guys can head over to Starforge on Twitter. They are giving away PCs that you can just have. You can have them if you go get them. Schlatt's begging for it, so go grab them. Starforge with the newest technology. They got 4080s, 4090s, and great PCs for new people or people who want to upgrade their stream setup, as 301,000 people are watching these two box it out in their second boxing round.
That's it. Call a friend. Call a friend. Seriously, let's get $500,000.
Levy, please. It took really hard to beat Dream a face reveal, all right? It took a lot to beat that face reveal.
Are you ready?
Oh, okay. The ref's calling it.
All right, ref, back to the center, back to the corners, and seconds out.
Time's ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear some noise for the beginning of the second boxing round.
Andrea bouncing on her toes.
Oh, Andrea's looking for a knockout, I feel as though.
100%.
She's looking for a big punch.
Dina nice and busy with the jab.
Oh!
Andrea, big overhand right. Lands.
Oh! Dina lands. Also
Coming
lands.
back in for the hooks.
Dina always on her back foot. Andrea constantly keeping up the pressure.
Getting same hugs energy that Tyson back and forth. This bob and weave and peekaboo style. It's for Andrea working.
It's the tale of two sports.
Big counter punch landed for Dina right over the top.
Oh man, I think they're both getting a bit tired now.
Yeah,
a bit of a feel.
Oh, big overhand. He says it.
And there's a
wow. This is our
big
first
shot land
of the match, standing count. And for all the pressure that Dina applied in chess, Andrea is applying in boxing.
You want to continue? Touch my hands. Walk forward. Go, fight.
Okay.
And here we go. We're back on the way. One stoppage and it.
Oh,
to Andrea. Another big grapple. Some big hooks land.
Could have been lethal. Dina really gassed. She's going to need to show some more defense. Otherwise, the ref might
Some
call
of these
something.
really dangerous shots are just barely missing
Right.
Dina's helmet. I mean, like, one of those lands, we could see another stoppage here. And there's one. Dina's still keeping it together, still being busy with that jab, keeping her opponent away, intelligently defending. Good stuff.
She's got to keep the gloves up.
Good, though. This is good, Jake.
Not that much
Big
gloves
hook
left.
lands on the ear of Dina.
Dina's looking.
Pushing into the corner.
Oh!
We're up against the ropes.
15 seconds left, Andrea.
Keep
Apply
up the
the
pressure.
left.
10 seconds.
Oh!
And time. Woo! What a
Wow, wow,
boxing
wow, wow,
round.
wow, wow.
Andrea relentless in her pursuit, landing big shots, especially that overhand right that earned the stoppage. What did you guys think of that round?
I saw some punches that, if landed, I don't think we would be talking about the match continuing. We would not be talking about chess. We'd be talking about our next card.
No, Andrea threw like her soul into some of those overhand rights, and they missed by inches, which just goes to show how impressive it was that Aman was connecting.
Yeah.
It's so hard to land a damn punch.
Absolutely. You talk about a game of inches. That was a game of millimeters. Some of those were like hitting the nose hair on Dina, but she survived the round to her credit, and she's going back to where she has an advantage on the board and on the clock. We're coming back to chess.
And we're taking a look at the Starforge replays. Dina seems to be struggling in the corner right now. We'll get to that. She was confident in chess.
Yep.
Now, it's even worse than last time.
I think it is, but I also feel as though it isn't. I hate to tell riddles. in
Whoa,
commentary.
whoa.
I actually think that like Dina's position plays itself in many ways.
Would you call it dubious?
No, I would call it that Andrea has to play a little bit of defense now, and Dina just has to step on the gas. Like, every move has to be in 2 seconds, because don't forget, there is a match clock. So if Andrea gets to like a fatal amount of time on the clock, it's over in the next chess segment. It could be over now.
Yeah.
That's right. I really like the breathing of both fighters. Dina is consciously breathing, slow, deep breaths, trying to lower her heart rate and coming back to the board in a good way. Andrea, in great shape, has finished both boxing rounds with still some pep in her step. And here's the bell. Chess round is underway.
And the last time we saw this, a lopsided chessboard, as Andrea takes a moment there, she's sitting there very conscious of the fact that she might win the fight in the next boxing round.
Right, and she has the opportunity here to make a call. She has over 2 minutes on her clock. She could put it all on the final boxing round and play very slow in the chess, guaranteeing the final boxing round.
By the way, Dina has sacrificed a rook. Knight takes pawn is a fork of her king and her rook, but Dina is all in. She saw that coming. She did not make that mistake.
It's not an accident.
No, it was not an accident. She brought her queen. Look at Black's queen opposite White's king. That White king has nothing in front of it except pawns, which are about to be very brutally removed from the board.
So she's calculating, should I take this rook? Should I go up
Yes,
material,
by the way, guys,
or should I try
guys,
to defend?
Black has 3 times the amount that on the clock that White has. It's 1:18 for Andrea as the attack is coming in. This
Dina's
is so close.
quick to make her moves.
Oh my gosh, guys, there is
And
a
we're
plan to go
halfway
here
through the round
and
already.
here, and it's mate. I'm not sure White can stop that.
Wait, what?
Queen in for Black, and that's what she's doing. That's what I think Black might be winning. I think Black might be winning this game.
Okay. Andrea
Can
might
she
want to
find
slow
another
it
check?
down, then she might want to slow it down.
Oh, it's force mate. It's force mate. Black is completely winning. It's mate on the next move unless White sacrifices all of her pieces.
Which she might need to do at this stage, so hang on, 36
What
seconds.
piece does she have
Get
to
into the
sacrifice?
next boxing round.
The only thing she can do is give checks. She has to stall. If she's smart, she's going to stall the clock out. Andrea cannot make any move.
She has to do a force check with her bishop.
Oh, that was smart. She took the pawn to the
she
knight.
sacrificed.
Wait, but Dina mismated
There's
one.
a check.
She can do another check. She might need to do this check here. Again, 30 seconds on the clock.
A couple moves ago, when the knight took the pawn, knight takes pawn was mate.
Only 8 seconds. Are we going to see another boxing round? Ladies
Yes,
and
we
gentlemen?
are. Yes, we are. Dina misses checkmate in one move.
Andrea,
Is she going to make a move?
Andrea.
Oh my God! Another boxing round. We're going to see them go at it again. How about it, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh my goodness.
The beauty of chess boxing. A move away. Andrea knows. It all comes down to this.
She literally had mate because she had 2 checkmating ideas. Knight takes pawn is checkmate.
She literally.
She missed that. She missed it.
It was a smother mate.
Yes.
Chills all over my body. This is the beauty of chess boxing, ladies and gentlemen. One last shot. One opportunity for Andrea to end it. This
round. If not, we know checkmate's coming. What is she going to do with this shot?
This is as good as chess boxing gets. It's easily our best fight of the night. Can I hear it for Andrea and Dina?
Yo, I was like hoping and praying for fight of the night. It is delivering. Let's go. We got our third and final boxing round seconds out.
I cannot state this in any other way. If this boxing round ends, it's over. Like, Dina's winning. So that means Andrea wins by technical knockout, or Dina wins by checkmate. Someone's getting finished.
Oh, this is definitely going to end this round. We're going to know who wins at the end of this boxing round if it goes that distance. Honestly, I can't sit down for this. why is everyone sitting down? Sit on your feet. Let's go.
I'm up. You got me.
Final round. Let's go.
Got the heart racing. 90 seconds for Andrea to prove what she can do in the ring. If she doesn't, all signs point to a loss in chess. Ref starts the round. 90 seconds on the clock. Final boxing round.
Into it. No touch of gloves.
Wow.
Bobbing and weaving, getting in tight.
Dina back.
He didn't know that. There's that overhand right.
Overhand rights.
There's that overhand.
Clean connect.
Chasing her around the ring.
And
Dina
again,
stayed away, being smart, playing defense. But boom, left hook.
Oh,
the temple.
Our first count.
We got a standing
And
count.
two in the fight now.
That's 2 in the fight, but it doesn't matter. She needs to get 3 in this round or a knockdown.
Right. So 3 standing counts and the fight is called. Otherwise, the ref might call TKO if he thinks Dina can't participate.
30 seconds down, 1 minute left. Back to the action.
30 seconds.
Another big right hand lands.
She has to defend herself. Dina has to prove that she can keep her gloves up to defend herself. Otherwise, the ref has to call it.
Yeah. And she is intelligently defending. She's putting up her arms. She's preparing.
Oh, she throws a counter punch.
She does. Oh! It's looking like she might collapse here, though.
There's another stoppage.
It just breaks it up.
No count, breaking it up, and they're back to it. Doesn't count.
40 seconds. 40 seconds.
40 seconds.
Andrea has to make something happen. She's throwing swings out. Dina running around. She's got to be more gas than any other.
Oh, that's it. There's a stun. No.
This is the second one, the third of the match. If she gets 3 stoppages in the fight, it's over. 1 more stoppage and it's done.
20 seconds to the side.
20 seconds. 18. 17. Andrea has to deliver the killing blow. Andrea. 10 seconds. Will she deliver the killing blow and win, or will she lose to checkmate?
Separate.
There's 5 seconds left.
5 seconds.
Oh
5 seconds.
And in the same way that Andrea waited out time. Oh, there's the bell. Dina waited out time, survived the round, and we're going back to chess.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, and the crowd is furious. Now, it is a good point, Matt, that you said. The same way Andrea stalled the chess, knowing that a checkmate was coming, Dina hugged, grappled. We've seen this in many fights, the Logan Paul fights of yore. She stalled out the boxing.
That's right. Using her advantage the same way that Andrea knew she was spent on the chessboard, Dina knew, if I can grapple, if I can make him separate us, if I can eat up some of this time, even with standing 8 counts, I can survive the round, I can get back to the board and finish this.
And let's just keep it a stack. This might be because she wasn't able to get one of the standing knockdowns in the first 2 rounds.
That's right.
If she got 4 total, which she got 3 of, 2 in that last fight, she would be a winner right now. We would not be playing the chess.
1 away, could not be closer.
Now, it's possible that Dina might not play as sharp. We already saw her with a couple of blunders.
No, it's over.
You think?
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Hey, either way, I'll say Andrea's nose does not look broken. I don't think she's got to start her podcast yet.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think if anyone was going to start her podcast after those boxing rounds, it might be Dina. But she looks ready to continue this chess round. Both ladies making their way back over to the stools, ready to pick up the game where they left off.
You ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah. You know when Joey had to get up, play 1 turn at Battle City?
Right.
When he was knocked out
Right.
by Marek Ishtar? This is that. Dina has to show up to the board and make a move. That is literally
just
what's
make one move.
Yes. And they know it. Both players know it.
For people at home wondering if there's 3 stoppages, the ref a few different times stopped it. Matt, take this away.
Yeah, so it's only a stoppage when there is a stun and a standing 8 count. Some of those what looked like stoppages were grapples that needed to be separated and continued. So it's only a stoppage when there's damage that requires a standing 8 count.
And we are having the crowd boo This is like Rocky.
Wow.
The Russian comes in, beats the North American hero, Andrea Botez. And it looks like she might deliver the checkmate blow that the crowd so desperately wants to not happen.
Yeah, this is tough. This is one of the things. Like, boxing is very primal, right? I mean, punches and kicks are very, very primal.
Taking
Sacrifices
every move
for
she
Bishop.
can, a fighter to the end.
6 seconds. Andrea waiting out the clock. She knows what's about to happen.
And she resigns. She has resigned the game with checkmate incoming.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your winner by checkmate, Dina Bad Bishop Belankaya. What a match coming down to the final seconds, both in chess and in boxing. 3 knockdowns scored, inches away from the final knockdown, and it didn't happen.
I need to watch Rocky tonight. That got me hyped. And
Dude, I don't need to watch Rocky for a decade. These have filled all of my needs when it comes to badass boxing.
And, of course, we have some decisions that people think the ref called it too early. Some decisions where the ref didn't call it early enough.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, they're the trained professionals. They make the decisions. And, of course, the checkmate, or I guess in this case, the checkmate that was about to happen, didn't get to happen because Dina wins by time.
By resignation.
Yes.
And time. I mean, it was all kind of...
It was a move away from checkmate. She knew it was coming. She did the sportsmanly thing.
But it's absolutely worth a round of applause for Andrea Botez, who put up a hell of a fight. This was the most viewed fight in our best fight of the night. The women's card always delivers. It's always the most exciting, what I've seen in the influencer rings. And ever since I saw the Creator Clash, the iDubbbz event, like, come on.
Dude,
We're
I'm sure their heads hurt. My head hurts from screaming. I don't know about you guys. But oh my God. What a freaking matchup. That was so much fun to watch.
All right, let's kick it over to Germa, who's going to make the announcement.
All right. Wow. That's all I can say right now is wow. That was an unbelievable contest. Let's decide. Let's show the winner first, right? Before we talk about what just actually happened. I think I almost had a heart attack. And your winner by checkmate, Dina. Now let's Andrea, come on over here. Andrea. Boxing, absolutely phenomenal boxing. You knew you had the checkmate coming.
I tried to stall, but unfortunately, I thought this was a chess boxing match. It felt more like hide and seek.
Well, you put up a hell of a fight. Anything else you'd like to say before we turn it over to Dina?
Dina, the better chess player won. Congratulations.
Now, Dina, turn this way for me if you would. You knew you were potentially up against that boxing, trying to maybe do a little bit dodging and weaving. You knew you had the checkmate. Tell us about it.
So to be completely honest with you, I think I was objective, and I knew that Andrea had a great cardio, and I knew she was training way harder than me in boxing, so I assumed her being a better boxer, and my goal was to show that I can also box. I trained every day ever since I got the invitation, and once again, I esteemed her to be a better boxer, and my goal was to show the crowd that I can also box and obviously win on the chessboard. And yeah, it happened this way, and still can't believe.
I mean, you two put on an unbelievable show. Everybody was standing.
Sorry, I also want to thank my coach, Brandom, as well as Temple Noborat in Paris, the place where I used to box every day, as well as Immortal Game, my sponsor. Without you guys and your support, this wouldn't be possible. Thank you so much. And of course, huge thanks to my opponent, who actually really motivated me for this fight, and that has been an absolute pleasure to be fighting against you, Andrea.
This is yours. your winner, Dina. Give it up, give it up, give it up. That was an unbelievable match.
Yeah,
For
Jerm was
both of
right.
them.
It was. Best match of the night, and our two biggest cards are still yet to come.
Absolutely. We have two hype matchups. We might not see the same level of chess. In fact, there is
Guaranteed.
absolutely no
Guaranteed.
way we're going to see the same level of chess.
Well, Matt, actually, our next matchup is, and this is true, our lowest skill chess matchup of the night.
And the crowd is cheering for Andrea Botez. I don't think they're cheering for the
She did a final one of these. We have our lowest chess match of the night. They have a combined chess rating of 350, which is half of what you get when you sign up for chess.com.
And hold on a second. Even combined, they still might be the lowest ELO. Is anyone else below 350?
You could multiply it by 4, and I think they still don't get there. But it is also our biggest heavy hitter. Of course, we are talking about Myth against Churdleys.
Yo, Myth looks good. Churdleys is a freak. I mean,
Churdleys is a wild man. He's in the locker room. We don't have any shots of Myth right now. He's in his zen mode, but we'll see him after this quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. This event and main event coming soon. We'll be right back.
Let's go.
It's a fucking great fight.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh, it's not a commercial break. I'm still here for you guys. Yo, what's up, gamers?
Right,
Anyway,
right,
thank
yeah.
you so much to Fansly, the sponsor of this event. As you guys are watching this from home, they are working behind the scenes to make this event happen. So you guys can go to Fansly and sign up for free and get exclusive behind-the-scenes content from this event. A lot of the behind the scenes of how we made this happen. And then you can also sign in with Twitch, find your favorite creators that are already creating content there. Now, let's take a look before we head over to Germa for our intros at the video, the story between these two fighters, Myth and Churdleys.
I didn't realize that.
Hi, my name is Ali Myth Kabani, and I am an online gamer.
My name is Churdleys. Okay.
So, for the interview, can you take off your glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one too?
Yeah, that'd be great. Why did you sign up for a chess boxing event?
I thought it'd be a really cool opportunity to learn something that I've always wanted to, just like fighting technique or like a fighting style in general.
I've been fighting my whole entire life since I was about the age of 0, I think, because when I was born, I was already crying.
Do you feel more confident on the chess part or the boxing part?
Boxing. No hesitation, boxing. I just feel like I'm very capable physically.
Little dumb kids play chess all the time, so it must be easy.
I've been training him for the past 6 weeks. We've been training 24/7. Been doing lots of drugs and stuff too.
I was actually supposed to fight Boy Boy, a different fighter before. He was sparring with his friend I Did a Thing and just took a big chinner. He got a concussion from that. And so then we had to find a new opponent pretty last minute, and Churdleys stepped up to the plate, which is pretty cool. And I've seen that he fought before and he got knocked out, which made me feel really good. It's like, damn, he's stepping into the ring again to get knocked out again. That's crazy.
How many professional fights have you done?
I've done one. I'm 1-0 actually.
Didn't you get knocked out in that fight?
Yeah, but I'm 1-0 still, if you really think about it.
Yeah, I'm real happy with my opponent. He's shorter, he's lighter. You guys set that up pretty well, like honestly, like thank you. And he's worse at chess, I think. Boy Boy is like a chess god. 1300, you're like, oh, yeah, I think he was like pretty evenly matched in chess. Cap, also motherfucker, you told me he was 6'1", he's 6'3".
I believe we're gonna turn Myth into a myth.
Hey, you the man, bro. Not gonna exist.
Yeah.
He literally will pass away.
Yeah.
Sunday night, he will pass. What is that?
This is, I think it's a possum.
They're 90-second rounds, right? I get to put it all out on the line then. Like, I don't gotta worry about not gassing myself out, and I think that's dangerous for him. So I think TKO.
Just to close us out, is there something you want to say to Churdleys?
Good luck. Watch out there.
Can I read you a quote from your opponent, Myth? Good luck to Churdleys. He's gonna need it.
Whoa!
Hold on, let me just check my Fitbit here. Yep, it says I'm gonna win. You see that? It says I'm gonna win.
Take a
Sorry,
sip, buddy.
Myth. Okay.
Wait, it's actually kind of nice though. He wish
Are you drinking?
It's just bong water.
Yeah.
I'm coming at you, dog. That's it. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait to just give you a kiss on the lips. With these fists!
Yeah!
we've been binging in Queen's Gambit, so like we know moves. You fucked.
I got a crush on the girl from Queen's Gambit, so I've been watching it, but we're gonna win, yeah.
And this is a matchup that I have been looking forward to since we were able to sign on Sherdley's. Of course, as Myth alluded to, it was originally going to be Myth against Boy Boy, who unfortunately received an injury that stopped him from fighting today. And so we had a last-second Phil Sherdley's, who competed in an event last month